So you stumbled on the Napalm channel. Blown views panel, killed and tremble. Smoke a camel, don't get anal. It's classic games all the time. Watch me rhyme, stream full time in my prime. Killing undead like I'm Rick Grimes. Stream starting soon, so let's attune. Streams in the afternoon beneath the moon, let's commune. Getting old, need a spoon when I eat my prunes. I learned to group in Black Burrow, end up in the dunes. So hit the like and the sub and the bell. I don't smell pretty swell in the dungeons where I dwell. You'll be a fan, I foretell. Shoot a spell when I yell and be my clientele.
Now that's a nice shirt, huh? Introducing Into the AM, the most comfortable shirts I have ever owned. I'm serious. Man, the clothing of Into the AM had fast delivery, and I'm so excited to announce that we've partnered up with Into the AM for an exclusive deal for you. My community gets 10% off, and yes, it stacks on top of any other promotions or discounts they have on the website. Check the link in the description down below to get the discount and check out the Nathan Napalm, that's me, my most absolute favorite shirts ever. Bright, beautiful designs. They fit perfect, man. They make you look good. And once you wear one, you'll never want to wear another shirt again. You're just going to want Into the AM all the time. So click the link. It helps the channel when you do purchase off this website using my link, and you're going to get the benefit of the softest, most premium shirts you've ever had. Click that link. Click that link. Let's go.
I want to give...
What is up, everybody? We are live, and we're about to play some EverQuest on Quarm. I'm hoping we get a party together. I think I just zoned into Unrest here. Yep. Or no, I zoned out of Unrest. Wait, where? No, I'm not. Where the heck am I? Oh, I'm not. Weird. I thought I was in Unrest. Where the heck am I? Is this, I'm outside of, weird. That's not where I thought I was. Dude, I feel like something weird happened. This is not where I logged out at. It is snowing, though. They've been doing weird stuff on the server, I've noticed. Alright, so I gotta run back. Well, I don't know where we're going. But hopefully I get a group together and we get some people here. I swear, guys, I literally just zoned out of Unrest and suddenly I'm outside of Paladin. Are they doing something weird? Maybe I did die when I was setting up the... Hang on, let me see. Oh, I did die. When I was setting up the stream, I must have died. Okay, well, that makes sense. Alright, well, let me get back to my body. I didn't even know I died. I sure did. I'm naked. Alright, let's get back to my body then. I'll run back to Unrest here. How's everybody doing? Started off with a death and didn't even know it. Alright, let's get down to the south here. Just got my car back. Was afraid it wasn't going to be done until next week. Now I'm broke, but I have a car. I know that feeling. What's up, Michael Gillard? What's up, Orsic? Alright, I'm running back to Unrest. Kind of, yeah, we should be good this way. Kind of think I'm going the wrong way, though. I'm going the long way. Let me go around this way. Back when you could buy a car for 3K? I mean, sometimes you can still find a car for 3K. It's just usually, you know, might not be the kind of car you want to take on a long trip. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you buy off of people, right? Sometimes you can find a good deal every once in a while. This still exists. What's up, Theldrin? There's no wintry sounds here, jeez. Yeah, I saw that the deaths were like rolling dice a second ago. I don't know what that's all about. If anybody in chat knows what they're up to, if it's just something random or kind of freaked me out. I saw they were like rolling dice. They warranted the job for 3 years. Yeah, that's nice. What's up, Zucan? Oh, yeah, back in the day, these zones always felt endless. They really did, man. It felt massive. Like, me even journeying to the point that I have right now, away from Paladin, would have felt insane back then, when you first started playing. Like, oh my gosh, I'm way out here now. I don't know if I ever find my way back. This isn't on live, Anon. This is a private server called Quarm. I have a link for it in the description. It's a private server. It's free. It's on Classic right now. For the next, 5 months or so. It's going to be on Classic before it moves to Kunark. Maybe longer than that. 6, 7 months maybe left. Ruin the Bones decided to have you log into a weird place and question everything. That's what I thought happened, but I died. I must have died when I was setting up the stream. I got a skeleton on me, but I seen that and I zoned it. And I must have died after that. Actually, it says right here I got killed by a mummy. Alright, but it's not that far of a run. We're almost down to the cauldron now. The zone should be right over here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got its problems. It's not perfect. The camera's a little janky. I don't know if you can tell in the stream. The camera's a little janky. But it's also, they do some really cool, interesting, like, GM events, and it's a fun time. Alright, here we go. Zone line should be right up here. Let her run by. She's just blue, but we're also naked. Can I just run over this hill? I don't think I can. I think I gotta go around. Nope, there we go. Alright, here it is. See a lot of people running around. Yeah, it's got a good population. I didn't look at what it was when I just now logged in, but it's been around on this server around 2,000. You know, 1,600 to 2,000, somewhere in that realm. So it's got a good population. And the server's been around for a couple of months, so people seem to be sticking to it. Just because he's naked doesn't mean he's available, right? That's right, I'm a married man. Yeah, I'm 13, you're level 12. Sam, if you want to come join us, we're running down to Unrest. We'd love to have you. I think Witcher's going to meet me. I think Witcher, I don't know if he's online yet, but I think he was going to play with me. I don't know if Gibbo's coming or not, but we definitely have a room. We'll try to try to get a party together. See if we can't get a good camp spot and get that good XP. Will you poop sock the M&M stress test? Yeah, I'm gonna go pretty hard on the M&M test stress test. Yes, I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna try to stream the entire time. Maybe take a very short break to get a little nap in, and then be right back at it. Yeah, I want to get the full experience out of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, Cyberpunk is amazing now. Agreed, Peace Dog. Favorite classic zone is High Pass. High Pass is cool. Oh, you're not home yet, but cool to see. Okay, heard that. Back in the day, zoning never really bothered me. Yeah, I mean, back then, I think we were just happy to be online and be able to play a game with tons of people, so we didn't mind, like, the zoning was pretty god-awful, it took forever, but, like, I don't remember that pissing me off. I was just, couldn't even believe, number one, that my computer could do such amazing things, number two, that I was playing online. I didn't care, like, I was willing to put up with low frame rates, long zones, getting kicked off a dial-up because your grandmother called, all that, you know, totally cool with it. Just to experience this back then, we were way less picky. You know what I mean? We weren't spoiled yet. I'm going to run along the coast here. Or get us to Unrest. Should be just one little goblin. Oh, is that him? Even if he sees us, we can zone him. I don't know which side I was on. If I died by a mummy, I must have been on the Unrest side. I actually thought I zoned onto the other side. I thought I zoned out into here. In that little tunnel is what I thought I did, but maybe it was opposite. Even with my new PC today, zoning wouldn't be as bad, and I think it would be much faster. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, there's that goblin camp, so we're almost there. Server crashes in UO. After losing tons of hours of gameplay farming due to server crashes in UO, I was thrilled that EverQuest worked so well. Yeah. Remember that rollback you would get in UO? It would do a rollback after a crash sometimes. It would like roll you back sometimes hours and hours ago. That sucked, dude. But I put up with that too. It was just a part of the experience, you know. Still just happy to be online playing with real people. Back in that time. Those were different days. Different days. Yeah, Mal started this one, of course. I died while I was setting up the stream and didn't even know it. I thought I was zoned to Unrest, and I zoned out right outside of Paladin. I'm like, what? Wait, what? I didn't even know I died. I died setting up my thumbnail and getting the stream started, apparently. Alright, let's see if we can find my body. See if I'm on this side or the Unrest side. Must be the Unrest side. As far as I know, there's no mummies out here. Okay, I didn't see it, so it must be in here. Alright, see if we can find it. There it is. There. Oh, no. You don't... You guys... We just caught Witcher. He, just caught him in the act. Just caught him in the act. You guys saw that, right? Okay, got all my stuff. Now, where'd Witcher go? Let's get Witcher invited. Alright, we'll see if we can get a group together. Is anybody in chat around level, what are we, 13, I believe? Around level 13-ish. Want to come meet up in Unrest? Me and Witcher need some friends. We need some friends to come play with us. I love when Bright Life said that MMOs are the only type of game that is supposed to release incomplete and showed Cyberpunk glitching like crazy with cars jumping around. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Beast Dog. A little bit of... You gotta love that Keith Parkinson art, man. So good. The guy was a freaking genius. Some of the best art ever made for fantasy. Some of the best art ever for fantasy. Let me see what the stuff cons to us in here. Oh crap, I walked right up on him. He popped right there. I think this guy's camping this spot, but still I want to see blues. I mean, we can probably solo a little while. I'll be on with Jilly, just waiting for a replacement healer to show. Nice, Mike. Love it. Yeah, Mia would be nice, Daniel. If you're available, that'd be perfect. We'll wait for you guys. If you guys are about to be here, we'll just wait and chill out and talk to chat for a while. Or we could try to get a camp, I guess. Let's go see if there's any camp spots available, actually. Which way is it the Witcher can run? The left, I think. We can do a little bit. We'll be slow. Yeah. Now we know we've got a couple of people coming. Is this the way Witcher can go? Or is it the other way? Might be the other way. Yeah, it looks like this might be the wider path. Alright, obviously there's a group at the gazebo. By our little corner over here. Oh, we got dead bodies. Is that a bard? Got a high level here. They actually camping here, or... What about this corner? Yep. Oh, that's Witcher. Perfect. Alright, we might be able to grab up this corner then. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I'd join you guys, but by the time I got there, I'd have to get to the wife, so I'll chill in the stream. Okay, Collector. Alright, Mia's coming. Let me pull up Discord here, see if I've got people wanting to be popped in. Okay, not yet. Let me know, guys, when you need to be pulled in. Hit the like button, fools. Yeah, please hit that like button like it owes you money. It helps it tells YouTube to tell other people that I'm live. A lot of people, they like to watch these streams, but we don't get that like button smashed hard enough, and they don't know that it's even live. We need those like buttons to be smashed so YouTube will start telling people I'm live. What's up, Murgler? So we got Jilly and we've got Mia coming. So that'll be good. That'll get us up to 4. We'll still have room for 2 more if anybody else has one around level 14. Wants to come join us, 13, 14, anywhere in that range. Wants to come get some. This XP and Unrest is real. It's real stuff. It's good. It's pretty good. For your information, you have some great thumbnails. Thank you, Keegan. Wish I could get back into EQ. I just don't want to right now, Mujan, or you got too much on your plate, or... I mean, you can always play it like I do, right? Like, I just jump on, I play, we have a little fun. A couple times a week. Alright, what's this death beetle? He should be blue. Yep. Alright, me and, we should be able to taunt. I mean, we should be able to, duo. These little beetles shouldn't be too bad as long as I don't get a bunch of them. Till the other people get here. You should see his puppets. Having too much fun in Embers, that makes sense. I was contemplating which one to stream tonight. But I haven't played Quarm in a while, and I figured, let's do a little EverQuest tonight. It's almost Thanksgiving, folks. I just got my turkey today. Just got my turkey today. Oh, Mia's here. Nice. Let me get her an invite. There we go. Alright, let me check and see if you're in Discord. Yep, let me pull you guys in. Hey!
Hey, folks. What's going on?
Is Straylock, is that Jilly? That was in the MMO group 01 with you guys? Is that Jelly? In the MMO group 01 with you guys? Is that Jelly? I'm getting some feedback from somebody.
No, that was me. Sorry.
Okay.
Your stream.
Okay. No problem. Yeah, I don't know if that's... Let me know if that's you, Jelly, and I'll pull you in. I feel weird.
Yeah, Sarlocke is Jelly.
Okay, I thought so. Okay. All right. Taking a break from gaming until Warrior drops for Pantheon? Well, that's not going to be a very long wait there. It's a pretty short break. It's like a... Tomorrow, maybe? Like, that's like really soon, I think. Yeah, you know what? I should have grabbed food and drink when I was there, but I didn't. I swear I'll do it tonight. I swear I'm gonna do it tonight. I know, can't stay long. Can't stay away long. Yeah. It's just, well, hey, that is still a break, right? Even just one day off is, I mean, that is still a break, technically. Now I'm gonna start looking for pools. Okay, got us a zombie. Take a break playing Embers, then I'm taking an Embers break for Pantheon. Yeah. Waiting on season discovery for World of Warcraft. Yeah, I'm going to have a blast with that too. That's going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun. Monster Memories would be great too. Yeah, I would love if we could play that all the time, but it's in early development, so we do got that big old December test, and we may have some little surprise tests before then too. I've been loving Monsters and Memories. That's been a ton of fun. I actually was thinking about this the other day. I think when Monsters and Memories actually launches, I may never play EverQuest again, dude. I think it will actually fill that void for good, right? Like, I always wondered, like, when Pantheon comes out, will I still play EverQuest every once in a while? Yeah, I think when Monsters and Memories comes out, that might be the end of EverQuest for me. Like, maybe just maybe just peek in every once in a while, new TLP, just to remember the good old days. But like every week playing it, I don't think I will, dude. I think Monsters and Memories will 100% replace it for me.
I think that's going to happen with quite a few of us.
Yeah. It's got that freaking magic, man. I think it will absolutely.
Look, we've been doing this for 25 years. We're ready for something new.
I am, yeah. I think a lot of people are. Not to say we won't every once in a while be like, you know what? I just feel like some EverQuest today. But I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think for me, I'll happily move forward.
Right. I'm that way.
Now, that's crazy to say that, because I've been saying for years, like, I wonder if I'll still play when Pantheon comes out, or when whatever. I've been saying that for years and wondering, but I'm pretty sure that finally it will feel like somebody has replaced EverQuest. And then they'll release EverQuest 3, and we'll see how that goes. But, although I am hyped for it, I don't think it's going to be, like, real good. You know what I mean? I think it's going to have problems.
I've been watching the dev streams for Monsters and Memories, and they're 100% in on this, and they love EQ, so I do have a good feeling about it.
Yeah, it shows.
Because I've been saying I'm not going to come back to EverQuest for over 20 years, and I still do. So, hopefully they get it.
And I do want to correct. I've been saying on streams that I don't remember how I've been wording it. Something to the effect of a bunch of the developers from Monsters and Memories worked on EverQuest. Turns out that's a little bit not true. One of the developers contacted me and said, actually, Sean, a loving robot, he worked for EverQuest. Yeah. The rest of the guys did not, but they have extensively worked on emulation servers and stuff like that, so they all do have some MMO experience. But honestly, that just makes it kind of even more amazing, because I thought there was like a bunch of them from EverQuest, and that's why they were getting stuff done so quick.
I don't think it matters if they worked on it, but they play it.
They played it,
and know the game. They know what players want.
And they were involved in emulator servers, so they had to kind of recreate it, so they know it inside and out, kind of thing. Daybreak dropped the ball, not remastering EverQuest. That's really true.
Yeah, they're even like, man, I got to get on Quarm and get my mana stone. And,
yeah,
they're still in.
Still playing, yeah. The time machine comment, yeah. Yeah, that came in and told me that they confirmed they do not have a time machine. It turns out that was a good theory, though. It was a good theory. Been crunching for the December test. Haven't had a chance to log into Quorum, Zucan says. Yeah, that's understandable. But Zucan did get his Mana Stone. Is no one excited for H1Z1? I mean, I'm not.
Oh, no.
I don't even pay attention to that at all. But, you know, for people that like it, there's a big crowd of people that like it. That's good for them. It means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. But there's a lot of people like it. That's what Daybreak said they'll release first. Yeah, makes sense. Well, for one thing, I think EverQuest 3 is going to be a much larger project as well. It's going to take more time and money, I would assume. I thought H1Z1 is still running, right? Is it not? The original? I don't think it's shut down. Yeah, I thought it was. I could be wrong.
In fact, they had a roadmap to doing something to it, don't they?
Yeah, I think they're going to remake it or a new one. Or yeah.
Something.
How's your mana looking? If that's soloing. Or not soloing, but trioing. I think they got that.
Oh, this place is like deja vu. Oh, I'm good to pull. You guys just pull.
Okay, I've got a day coming.
Yeah, I'll tell you if I get luck.
Uh-oh. Oh, why did he aggro on me? I don't even have a magic weapon. Does any of us?
No.
I don't know why he aggroed me.
I can summon one, but...
Yep,
Oh,
I
man,
can't hit him.
Hold on, I might have a spell.
Somebody's hurting him. Somebody must have pulled that undead off of me. Can you do a live stream sometimes just talk about M&M? Well, when I play it, I do. I haven't really done content like that before. Besides like maybe when there's a Q&A for Pantheon, I've started streaming those so that, number one, a lot of people have trouble getting into that one Discord channel to hear it, so it guarantees a way for everybody to listen in, and then I'll talk about what's going on. But I haven't really ever done, not saying I never will, but I've never done content where I just log on and talk about a subject. I'm always playing a game and usually talk about that game and other stuff going on. You know, whatever game I'm playing, we usually just discuss whatever's going on, though. I can't hit it, but I'm chasing it anyway. At least I can taunt it. We almost got him.
Yeah, I should practice some of my spells. I just went through a whole bubble of mana to hit him with 2 spells.
I need to get that ability, which I'm high enough level to definitely get it, where I can summon a magic weapon too. Death Beetle on us. Pull that since I'm not even hitting the wisp anyway. Got him. Alright, cool. Pulling the beetle back. Yeah, I don't know why that wisp attacked me. Not sure what happened there. Love the streams you used to do with Rimfell fishing and talking about different MMO topics. Yeah, that was fun. Might do something like that. Team up with somebody, a couple people, and do something like that. That'd be fun. It's because I'm short, Witcher said. They don't like short people. They don't like the short little dwarves. Yeah, and I think the reason that show works so well is me and Rimfell always had... Sometimes we aligned on a lot of things, but a lot of things we disagreed about too. So it made the show fun because we could debate a bit. I'll talk to MMOs with you. Get the hammer off first. Floor Ghost always rots. It's magic. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. It would be cool if we could get in there on the first floor. I know there's a group in there right now. We'll need more people. I'd be down to chat about it for sure. Yeah, that'd be fun. We may have to put something together. Get a few of us. That'd be fun.
I'll join in on something like that.
Yeah. Just have a couple topics per show and debate about it. Too bad Renfo went extra trolling on indie MMOs. Yeah. Yep. It's a weird enemy to choose, in my opinion. It's like the bully who picks on the easiest target is what it feels like to me. Like, you know, it's easy to pick on an indie MMO. They have less funding. You know, they're less likely, obviously, to get something done because they don't have the backing of a huge publisher, etc. It's a weird target to pick, in my opinion. I always found it a more fun and enjoyable experience to pick on the big people that are screwing it up and they have all the money. And they're screwing it up because they suck, right? Not because they're trying their best and running into problems. And it just seems like a weird target to decide to pick on. He failed make them once so he can strike out on those who are trying. Maybe. I don't know. Makes sense. He called Eminem a cash grab. Yeah, now that's just being ignorant. That's they literally won't. They won't even take money, right? Like people are like, we'd love to get help with funding. Can we give you some money? And they were like, well, we're not taking any money. So why don't you go help Project Gorgon because they're struggling right now, right? You freaking crazy cash grab! How dare you? Like, oh my gosh, that doesn't even make any sense.
That cracked me up too. I was like, wait a minute. They don't want nobody's money. They don't ask for no money. They're not even asking for pledges or nothing.
Yeah, Sean stated that in one of his streams.
Yeah, he says it a lot.
He's not going to take money because they want to make the game that they want to make.
Right.
Exactly. Okay.
All right, what's your... for some reason, he's not taunting off of you. There we go. Finally got him. Now the Beatles. Nope, lost him.
What is that ghoul con to you?
He's red to me.
Okay.
He's at 48% though. Drives off in his Lambo. You're right. All this money. All this cash grabbing, dude. Is that beetle a problem? You want me to start working on him?
Yeah, top
Okay.
him off me if you can so I can med.
Alright, Witcher, if you'll
Or
keep
just
beating
kill
on
him.
the... There we go, got him on me. Well, I gotta stand here at him now, though.
Yeah.
Witcher's
Witcher, I
getting low
got no
now.
mana to heal you, buddy.
Back up, let me see if I can get him on me. Oh, Lord, this ain't good. Alright, Witcher. Dropping my lay on hands. Okay, Witcher's full. And of course, as soon as I lay on hands, Witcher, that got all their attention, so now they're on me. Ghoul's almost down, though. He's at 16%. We can definitely take the Beetle if we can get this down. Ooh, it's going to be close.
It is gonna be close.
You think you'll have one more hill? I'm at
I got a
8%.
little one coming.
Okay, I might do it. Well, I'm even with them. Come on, we need them dots. We need that big deeps. Oh, I'm going to back up. Well, he probably going to follow me now because I got low H. I'm in red.
Don't run too far away.
Yeah, you got me.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I pulled it.
I'll res you.
Oh, you got a res. Nice.
Yeah, I can res you now. So.
Oh,
Unless
that's how
I
it
got
goes.
two.
I pulled it. That was my fault. Are you guys going to be able to take it, though?
We don't know.
I'm almost there.
He was almost dead.
On the goal. Yeah.
Derek Williams! Welcome! Welcome to being a member of Napalm. Welcome, Derek. Glad to have you, man. Thank you so much for your support, dude. Thanks for joining.
Zoning in now.
All right. If you had just 2 days a week, you could log in and play. I'd be like, take my bottle caps. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I'm running Witcher, so I can res this.
What level are you guys in Unrest? We're level 14-ish. 13, 14-ish. You guys are going to survive it, though?
Yeah, I think it's on Witcher now. I just had to step back.
The ghoul's dead, right?
Yeah.
We've got 3 dogs in our house now. We're watching our pastor's dog while they're going to go visit family for Thanksgiving, and my Australian Shepherd doesn't like the pastor's dog, and we tried to introduce them. They were acting a little crazy, so we'd separate them for a while and then try to reintroduce them very gently in a very peaceful kind of way, and they didn't like each other. And finally, my Australian Shepherd nipped them in the ear, and so we got to keep them separated now. So suddenly, you hear a dog crying and whining behind me. It's my dog because he's stuck upstairs, and he hates being stuck upstairs. That's actually what we say to him. Like, you know, a lot of people say you're a bad boy or something like that. We say to our dog, "Do you want to go upstairs?" Like that makes him like, "No, please, I'm sorry." So he's pouting big time.
It'll be a minute. Let me get mana up and I'll res you.
So you have a holy dog. I always forget which of these mountains you can climb and which you can't. $17, is that too high? It shouldn't be, right? Let's see.
Well, you're the
4.
lowest. What level are you?
I'm 13. That's 4 levels. It should be good.
Yeah, 17 should work.
Yeah, that should work. If you want to come meet us. I'm also running back just in case. Because I know it takes a lot of mana to res. I'm halfway to Dagmar's.
Alright, incoming res.
Okay. Thanks, sir.
Alright. I got to use my bind and my res. Game over. We're done.
Alright. Get my crap back. Yeah, I was really excited for World of Warcraft with hardcore just because I knew it was going to make a need to rest now. I knew it was going to make the game like scary, and that was a really good experience. I had a lot of fun. And honestly, the only thing that really makes hardcore not feel like a permanent thing, it's just more like something you do for fun, is because obviously when you die, that's it, right? So with Season of Discovery and new content that's never been in the game, it's not going to be a solved game anymore. Like, the classes are going to be flipped on their heads. So the meta is going to be dead for a while. It'll, people will figure out a meta, but for a while it's going to be flipped on its head. Nobody will know what the meta is. And new in-game content. And it doesn't take a long time to get there, right? It's at level 25. And know that they're going to continue that process of introducing new content, introducing zones and unfinished content, stuff that's never been in Classic before. That really actually has me pretty darn hyped for Season of Discovery.
Invite Julie.
Oh, Julie's here. Nice.
How you made it on the hardcore WoW?
I don't remember now. It wasn't very high.
Was you in your 20s at least?
I don't think I made 20. I think I might have made it to like 17 maybe. I don't remember.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a little bit of flack. A lot of people in my community, they don't just not like WoW, they freaking hate WoW, and I understand why. And I've hated it most of my life too, but I'm starting to become okay with Classic. We've gotten so many crappy MMOs over the years that, in my opinion, now WoW Classic actually does feel like a Classic MMO. Not the best to me, but enough. Hey, what's up, Secrets? Sure am. Loving Quarm. And I gotta say, also, I got in my little feelings about some of the things you guys have done on Quarm, and kind of was like, I don't like that, because I'm kind of a little Classic elitist, but you know what? I was wrong. Witcher was like, I was whining about the changes to the melee, and Witcher was like, bro, I like it. And I was like, oh, then maybe I'm just being a whiny little baby. And guess what? I was being a whiny little baby. Were we pulling that off of him? Is that somebody coming for us?
No, I grabbed it.
Okay. I was making sure we wasn't still in somebody's mob. All right, you me get you an invite? Oh, that was you. Who's Zorb? Is that somebody trying to join us? What the heck? What is that? A little carpet?
I think Blood Cell is needing an invite.
What's the carpet on the ground? It's a tree? Who is that? Is that a person?
It's an enchanter or a druid. We went to this earlier today.
I didn't know they could turn into a carpet.
I believe that is secret.
Oh, man, it is. Oh, look at this character. Nice. I was like, why is there a carpet? Stream blessed by secrets, yep. Oh man, we got a little party going on now.
Oh, we're all scarecrows.
We're all scarecrows. The walk is the best.
I think Blood Cell is that cleric from your stream, Nathan.
Is Blood Cell? Hang on. I'll get you an invite then. Is Blood Cell the cleric? Is that you? Let me know in chat. I'll send an invite. Let's see. Alright, see if we get XP. It's not a real stream without some GM trolling. That rug really ties the room together. When you sit, look what happens. You go into T-pose. If the mob is green to your highest level person, no one gets XP, yeah. Which these might be, because they're blue to us.
Yeah, there's not much else in the yard, so I'm just grabbing whatever.
Yeah. You want me to check and see if there's anything, if there's still a group on the inside? I saw somebody run in, but I don't know where they were going. I'll run in and check.
Something.
Oh, yeah.
Experience.
Ooh, yeah, there's a group in there. What's a lot of beetles? All the laughing now happening. What's that, Sparrow? How goes the Quarming? Pretty good. At 18, a lot of the yard turns green. Do you guys know another area nearby we could go to?
I don't.
We can just call up a gala port and get a port somewhere. If we have an idea.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, we have a GM right here, too.
I don't know if he'll do that or not, though. I don't know if that might break his GM pact. I'm not sure. But I've got plat thanks to this wonderful community. Where do you guys want to go? We'll catch up with you if you're still when how long are you gonna be gone, Collector? It's almost prime time. Everything is camped. Yeah. That's a good thing, though. You know, I'm glad the server's doing well. Might meet up with you on the Ranger. He's level 15. Okay, cool. We're still getting experience, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the Fallen is got a lot of people in it.
Yeah, but Fallen would be fine.
It was surprisingly empty when I went there on my Shadow Night, so, I mean, that's another alternative we could do.
Really?
Yeah.
Where was that at?
Befallen?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's got the best XP in the game by far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we were not going there because Witcher can't fit.
Oh, right. That was what it was. I forgot about that. Isn't Befallen Witcher's favorite zone?
Well, he gets shrink at 19, I think, or 14.
Oh, okay.
14
Okay.
or 19.
Someone was telling me Kara Isle, which would be good. I've done a lot of Kara Isle, though, on my P99 in TLP. I mean, I wouldn't mind not going there, but we're still getting XP here, so I don't know if we should leave or not.
No, we're fine.
We may be able
Some
to
of
slide
these
into
beetles
a...
might not give us XP, but
Yeah, we played the heck out of Kara, I know. I mean, I'll go there. It doesn't bother me, but we have done a lot of it. Kind of like, God forbid, when we go to the Giant Fort, because I'm sure we will at some point. Everybody's going to be like, again! The Giants again! How dare you! Every time I leave Unrest, I regret leaving the good XP too soon. Same thing when I leave Currents too early, yeah. There's gotta be some giants to kill, yeah. It's not to get heavy, but the missus saw the doctor today. They found 3 lumps in her neck, in her glands. Like, here, in her lymph nodes. She's a 2-time cancer survivor. I'm calling in the prayer request. Yeah, prayers going up, my friend, for sure. Yeah, prayers going up. In the lymph nodes. They're testing, I'm assuming, to see if it's cancerous or not. Is that what's going on right now? Well, keep me in the loop, dude. Keep me in the loop about that. Testing on the 11th of December. Biopsy. Ooh, there's a goal. I'm pulling them back. This will be good XP. And the good news is, because I died earlier, I got my lay on hands back. So that's the good news. Ghouls down. Like they have a vid out, ask for prayers too. They really help. Yep, agreed. Yeah, I appreciate everybody in chat too. Means a lot. No, the server's doing good, Grando Reaper. I was a little bit of a crybaby over the fatigue system, but it's worked out great. We've got a level 15 cleric asking to join. Everybody cool with that?
I don't have a problem with it.
Gotta get Nathan to 20 so Golbane will proc? Yeah. So mainly the main non-standard classic things at the servers, they run a lot of GM events. Is that it? Oh, and drops, right? So things like getting your Mana Stone, which is only going to be here for another month, and then Mana Stone will be gone. But it's way easier to get some of those drops on this server than it was back in the day. But they are just like Classic. They're going to phase those out. It's supposed to. I think we got until sometime next month, if I'm not mistaken, or no, till January 1st, I believe somebody told me. They changed some of the drop rates on certain things, and then they do a lot of GM special events, like they did a Halloween, like special dungeon where they filled up with their own creatures that aren't normally there, and they've done a lot of little stuff like that. The GMs will do random things, pop in and have a little fun with the community, like they just did for us, turned us into jack-o'-lanterns, but they'll pop bosses, and it's kind of cool. Season Discovery soon. My rogue tank will roll. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about Season Discovery. That was a great idea, I feel like.
Yeah, I think we're going to have some fun.
Spawn rates increased. Yep. Anything else, chat? Season Discovery is actually at the end of this month. It's here in 9 days. November 30th. 9 days away. We got a lot happening.
Yeah, last couple of months of the year are going to be plenty of MMOs to mess around with.
Yep.
Testing and betas and whatnot.
Just don't have it in me to play WoW anymore. Yeah, I understand that. I can understand a lot of people like Minus is a guy who loved World of Warcraft all the way up through Wrath of the Lich King, maybe a little even further actually, that he really had a good time, but he has like zero interest of ever playing it again because he's like, I had fun, but I don't want to do it again. You know what I mean? I understand that. To me, and I know everybody doesn't feel this way, but to me, when you make a super quest-based, which Classic, it's debatable. It's got a lot of questing, but it's also got a lot of just, running a dungeon over and over, just going out and slaughtering mobs for XP. It's got more of that, right, than what World of Warcraft ended up becoming. But when it's really quest heavy, as World of Warcraft begins to become throughout the expansions, I feel like I don't want to redo that as much as just when you've got a bunch of options and dungeons and areas to go grind in. I feel like that has a little bit more life in it of redoing it over and over. Sparrow, thanks for the super chat. Season of Discovery, let's go, she says. Thank you, Sparrow. Thanks for the support. Appreciate you.
There's a cleric here for invite, Nathan.
First super chat of the night, too. Okay, cleric's here. Yep. All right, full group.
You got plenty of undead nukes now.
Yep. Stopped retail after Cataclysm. For the most part, tried Dragonflight till I maxed a new warrior, but it's usually dropped back into Classic from time to time. Yeah. I didn't like Dragonflight. I know a lot of people did. I just don't like WoW retail, man. I just don't. I try so hard. I just don't like it.
I logged into WoW retail this morning for the first time in like 3 years.
Go, go, go,
They demote you, squished you, I guess they called it. I'm level 40 now.
Oh yeah, they squished the levels. Yeah, they squished them down.
Yeah, I have no clue even where to even start. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna get into that too much.
Yeah, if you're on, like, if you follow the Classic servers through the expansions, you can actually be a higher level on those servers than you can on retail, which is pretty funny. Problem is the quests become a checklist. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And most of them you do by yourself, They're kind of designed where you can do them. So obviously there's some that are meant for groups, but like for the most part you feel like you can, it's just a checklist you do. It just doesn't feel like an MMO to me. It just feels like it's just, might as well just be an RPG with other people running around. The stats are getting crazy. Yeah, they had to do that squish. They did that during Battle for Azeroth, right? Am I remembering right? Or no. They did the level squish at the release of, what was the one called, where you go to the dead place? Shadowlands. Too many levels, too many abilities. Feature bloat, yep. Yeah, retail's super new player friendly, agreed. And especially, oh, you say unfriendly? Oh, retail. Retail is, right. I think Classic is very friendly. And I think that for a lot of people maybe that couldn't get into Classic because they don't know everything, right? And everybody else seems like they do. So it's kind of hard to jump into a game like that if you're a new player. And I think that the Classic Plus or the Season Discovery is going to help a lot with that, where it's not a solved game anymore, right? Flipping classes on their head, the old meta's dead. New content that nobody's done before, they're going to have to refigure out. I think that's going to be good for new players, too. I think a lot of people are going to try World of Warcraft. Actually, in my opinion, I think Season of Discovery will become more popular than any of their other, because, I think it'll become more popular than Wrath of the Lich King is right now. I'm not talking about the old days. Classic Wrath of the Lich King, which is about to turn into Classic Cataclysm. I think it'll be more popular than that. I actually think it's going to be more popular than retail. I think it's going to be their most popular thing they do with World of Warcraft. If they continue to make cool content and all that, I think it's going to surpass everything else. The F Word Online hack was insane. All the articles make me cringe. Yeah, they got it back up though, right? I don't think they were able to fix the problem with everybody's stuff they made, but I think they were able to. I think the servers are back up. I thought I saw. We need new games. Yeah, I can agree with that. The launch of Classic was huge, yeah. Kind of saved them. They were going through definitely a rough period of time when Classic launched. Everybody's coming back for Caesar's Discovery. It's going to be so busy. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's what it looks like. Yeah, RPG fans have been eating good. We've been eating good for a while. Elden Ring. I mean, even Mario RPG. That's on my radar. To play at some point. The Star Ocean 2 remake was freaking incredible. Baldur's Gate 3, dude. Did they pull that? I think they must have got that. Quarm is a new P99, sorta, yeah. Because it's newer and fresher, and there's a lot of, like, obviously look how busy it is. We're in on the outside yard of Unrest. It's just so popular and so new that, like, you get the OG EverQuest feels, seeing people run around all the zones everywhere. It's not super high level, heavy yet. It's going to slowly move through all the expansions, so we'll have plenty of time with each one. When Monsters Marine comes out, the MMO community will be going crazy, especially our community. Heck yeah. They had to fight to get Classic launched, yeah. You think you want it. What is the fatigue system? To be honest with you, I don't even notice it. So I think it just works to where, like, you need to rest. I don't even know. To be honest with you, I don't even notice it. Whatever it is, it's I haven't even noticed. I think it's just, I think it was to block certain things that kind of, like, I'm not the guy to ask. I have no idea. I literally have no idea. What I thought it was that it would work like mana for auto attacks. That's what I thought it was going to be, and that's why I was like, oh man, I don't want to play that. That sucks. That's not what it is. I don't even know. Whatever it is, I don't even notice it. I don't notice anything different. So whatever it wasn't as dramatic as in my brain I thought it was going to be. Ooh, what? Ooh. Noma Spelunker. Is this a faction hit? Can't wait for Monster Memories. I'm more excited for that than Pantheon now. Yeah, Monster Memories pretty hype, bro. No doubt. Alright, I'm gonna sit after this guy dies. Beastmaster in Monsters and Memories has me drooling? Yeah. I think they're making smart moves, letting the community play. Yeah, dude, they are. It's super genius. Like, by the time they actually are like, okay, you can pre-purchase Monsters and Memories or whatever, dude, we're going to be so ready to throw our wallet at them, you know what I mean? Their initial sales are going to be freaking epic, dude. It's going to be freaking epic. It's really smart. And they're not doing it, by the way, I'm making it sound like they're doing that as a tactic. They're actually just doing a really nice, super, you know, geared towards the community kind of thing here. I think they can read the temperature in the room, right? And they know, like, hey, if we try to crowdfund this, probably, you know, it's probably going to hurt the hype level quite a bit at this time, right? Like, people are, you know, people are a little pissed about a lot of projects, right, in the indie MMO space. So I'm glad they're able to do this. I don't know how they're able to do it, but I'm super glad that they can do it in this way, because this is like a very transparent. We get to try the game as it's coming out. We get to see what it's like. We get to see it grow. We get to watch them make the game. They seem to be a super competent team, getting things done really fast. It feels really good. It's warm fuzzies inside, not just in when you get to play it, you get those EverQuest vibes, but also just the way that they're making it, right? And so I'm super happy they're able to do it. But at the same time, it also just so happens that it's going to work out really good in their favor. Yeah, take my money, yep. Zukin and Goblin have some cool concepts for elemental pets. Can't wait to pay for Monsters and Memories. That can be outraged at anything I want. right? Need to have a Just Take My Money special edition. That'd be cool. The hype is super real for Monsters and Memories. I'm ready to go all in. Get that wintry blizzard out here. One thing that was always impressive, like, look at the snow. Like, it actually hits the ground and sticks for a second, wherever it hits. That looks cool. Snowing in Unrest. It's almost Christmas time, guys. It's almost Christmas time. It's going to be Christmas and Unrest edition. I like this T-pose set. It's perfect for a scarecrow. Play a rogue, do the newbie quest. It's pretty sick. Has anybody in chat done it? When you and Dave have a gamer intervention with Steve, can you put it in the next Cringe Pony? I know he will have tears in his eyes. I hope they can show up for the Cringe Pony. We're doing a Cringe Pony special for Christmas, December 23rd, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. So don't miss it. That's kind of down the pipeline quite a bit, but it's already in the works. It's going to be great. Daimos has already confirmed he's coming. I know Steve and Dave will likely come, but you know it's around Christmas. You never know. They might be out of town or something, but hopefully they can come too. Oh, you got a new to us van today. Finally traded in our 2009. Let me take a guess. I do have a bit of psychic powers, Sparrow. Hang on. Okay. Alright, I'm feeling that it's a Ford. I'm feeling it's a Ford. Am I right? Is it a Ford van? Is it a Ford van? I'm feeling it, and I just, for some reason, the word Ford is coming across my brain. No, it's not a Ford van. Okay, it's not. Honda, then. I think Grendel Reaper might be right, then. A Honda. Honda makes some good vans. You know, Ford makes more than just trucks, you know. I mean, what's some of their vans? I mean, they may not, I don't know how pretty they are. What's the one, the transit thing? That's popular in the work world. Oh, a Toyota. Now you're speaking my heart. Now you're speaking my heart. That's what we own. We always get Toyotas. They just last forever. We don't like car notes. That's what we always get. We always get Toyotas. I like Nissans too, but Nissans are too freaking expensive. Those prices be too high. It's a weird way to spell Honda. Simply need a new game, reset everything. Yeah, I feel like, to be honest with you, I feel like that World of Warcraft retail's in that position. It's time to just reset. Like, WoW Classic's going to probably be popular for all time, right? Or for a ridiculous, like, another 20 years or so. But I do think that for World of Warcraft retail, they just need a reset. It's just, it's got too many systems. It's too bloated. James Spinner, thanks for the super chat. Thank you for the old game pride from an old gamer. When's your next DAOC stream? We're going to be playing it here in December. We're playing some Dark Age of Camelot, going hard on some Albion Paladin here in December when the Eden server launches, James. We're going to be going hard, too. I'm excited about it. Classic MMOs do roll. Agreed. They're the best, dude. They're the best. You can't beat them. Thank you so much, James Spinner. Appreciate the support, man. We'll do a little cringe song for that. Need to make a new one this month. See you there, my brother. I'll see you there. Are you gonna be Albion? You going to Albion with me? Is that your normal? Or are you gonna see me on the? Or are you gonna see me in the frontiers as a Midgard or Hibernian? Why don't they make a World of StarCraft? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Thank you, James Spinner. Appreciate the support, man. I'll tell you why they haven't made a World of StarCraft. Or a universe of StarCraft. Or a galaxies of StarCraft. Or whatever they call it. You ready for this? Because every once in a while, Blizzard falls so flat, right? That it seems like they'll never recover. It seems like they're done. Blizzard is finished, right? And they know that happens from time to time, right? So they're saving that for the next big, Blizzard's finished, nothing can save Blizzard, Blizzard's over, say goodbye, there'll be YouTubers, Blizzard's done, they're dead, and then they'll announce the universe of StarCraft, or whatever they end up calling it, and everybody will just throw their money at them. I mean, they'll be just emptying their bank accounts and just showering them, and they'll make a big comeback. That's why. It's a tactic, and it makes a lot of sense. It isn't that every other month, though. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. They know what they're doing. They're waiting on it. They're sitting on it. They're sitting on that StarCraft IP like, all we gotta do is release a new Star... It doesn't have to be an MMO. They can just release a new strategy. StarCraft people would just be like, take my money, They're smart, man. I like Hibs, but I can roll a... okay, alright. Well, listen, I tried the Hibs, okay? It's just not home to me, right? I tried the Midgard, I tried the Hibs. They're just not home to me. It feels weird to me. It feels too strange for me, because I always played Albion. EA sucks, we'll burn it down. Okay, here's the new NBA 2K. Hell yeah, yeah, exactly. Dark Age of Camelot was the first to do the, what they coined the phrase RVR. It was originally VR, round versus round, where it was 3 different factions battling it out, which was really smart, and it works really good for PvP, because if one team's getting slaughtered too much, typically the other team will start beating on the one that's bullying the other one, and things just kind of balance out that way. And plus, just the way they set up the game, where it was like, hey, you don't want a PvP? Cool. You're safe in your home realm, right? Like, you're good. You can PvE all you want. You can do your dungeons. You can do your raids, all that. You don't want a PvP? Cool. But it also did a good job of, even if you didn't like PvP, you would get tempted to go try it, and it was pretty cool, and then you would be like, you know what, in this game I do like PvP. And that's why Dark Age of Camelot had the best PvP ever made in an MMO, in my opinion. They were the only ones that did it just right. 3 factions, I know. And others have tried. Guild Wars 2 tried, but they did it in a weird way where it was like 3 servers fighting each other, which doesn't have the same impact of 3 different sets of races, 3 different sets of classes, 3 different sets of lands. It's not the same, right? ESO tried to do it. They did have, technically, 3 sets of races, technically. I mean, you could cheat because of the Imperial, and you could, you know, pay them money. I don't know if you could originally, or do a quest and end up switching factions and all that, but you know, initially, 3 different races, 3 different lands, 3 different stories could PvP, but not 3 different classes. Still the same classes. So they came close, and plus the combat in ESO, you know, it's okay. It's not tap target. Not everyone has testosterone to play in Midgard. I wish the universe of StarCraft existed, and I would love to roll some type of Zerg if it did. Time for me to get prepped. Alright, Sparrow, you guys have fun in EverQuest 2. They're going to be streaming EverQuest 2 on Pantheon Plus. They should go live here in about 30 minutes. If anybody's interested in watching that, I won't mind. I understand. They'll be doing that tonight on Pantheon Plus on Twitch. And actually, I think Drake streams on YouTube now, too. I think all of his streams now are on YouTube and Twitch. I hated ESO's combat. The cancel attack, animations, whole thing showed a huge fall in the game's engine. Yeah, it's okay. You know. So I like ESO sometimes. Like, it's a game I do play. I get in the mood for, and I'll play the crap out of it for a while. It's a relaxing kind of thing to do. But I could never assume. I don't believe I could ever like main it and play it like consistently for a really, really long time. It's mainly because of the combat. I love the graphics. I think the PvP is a lot of fun. I think the dungeons are pretty fun. I think the housing is awesome. You know, I think a lot of the quests are really cool and fun. I think the story and the world is super sweet. It's that combat, bro. That's really, if it was tab target, dude, I probably would play the snot out of that game. Yeah, run around with somebody, a friend, a wife, you know, yeah, something like that would be fun. It's also fun to just play as like a Elder Scrolls game, right? Like, I'm in the mood to play an Elder Scrolls game. Obviously, we have to wait 100,000 million gazillion years for Elder Scrolls 6, so I'll pop open some ESO, and you can have fun. You can have a good time. Just play like ESO, like Elder Scrolls. Just head off in a direction somewhere, find a quest, and do it, and, you know, have fun. You know, you can really do that in that game. There's so many random little quests out there. You can totally play it that way. After this, we might take a quick potty break. Okay, chat. It's time for a quiz. Alright, it's time for a quiz. It's quiz time. I'm about to go use the bathroom, so I'm going to pop open this quiz for you guys to try to solve this mystery, okay? Like a detectives, alright? I'm going to give you guys a clue, and you guys got to figure out the answer. It's going to be, I'm going to poll it. You guys can discuss it while I'm using the bathroom. Try to figure it out. Make sure that you're, you know, picking the correct option. And see if you can solve this this mystery, okay? All right? It's going to be difficult. Hang on a second. I can't use the bathroom. We've got to Google. Give me 1 second. That Beetle's running. And we'll get the ghoul. The answer is 42. The answer is 4. It's gonna be a real mystery, guys. It's gonna be hard. But if you guys think about it and you discuss it and you work together, you can figure this out. You can do it. I believe in you. POTCO? What is that, Sam? I can't put that together in my brain. POTCO. I can't. What MMO are you talking about? All right, guys. I'm gonna get back here and sit and rest. I'll be right back. While I'm gone, all right. Let me get the poll ready. Okay. All right, let me get it ready first, guys. You guys can. I believe in you guys. Okay, it's gonna be a hard one. Okay, I'm getting the poll ready first. Okay, all right, guys. So here's the clue. While I go AFK, okay? You guys are gonna try to guess what I had for lunch, and the only clue I'm gonna give you is this visual right here. Okay? All right. Let me make it full screen. Okay? This is the only clue I'm gonna give you. I believe in you. You can figure it out. I believe in you guys. I believe you can do it. I'll be right back. There's the poll. Let's see if when I get back, you guys can figure it out. I'll be right back.
For only $1 super chat, the Nathan Napalm can feed a puppet for a day. MMO Cop can ticket one cash shop, and Plant Man can get out of one more chore. Please consider supporting this channel and this stream with a super chat and help Nathan survive another day.
Hello, everybody. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Hey, partner, this shirt you're wearing looks uncomfortable. I mean, I think it's fine. Hey, this is way better. It's from Into the AM, the most comfortable and well-fitting shirts in the world, baby. And the price is good, too. Check the link in the description because on top of all the great deals they already have, you're going to get an additional 10% off using my link. You'll be supporting this channel and you get the best shirts ever made. You don't know what you're missing till you got it on. It's a win! Okay, I'm back. Alright, let's see. How did you guys do? It's the hardest quiz I've ever had to do. I know. Let's see how you guys did. Oh, guess what? You guys win. You guys win. You guys win. It was Ghost Pepper Chicken. I knew you guys could do it. I knew it. Don't get the ghost part? Yeah, I'm not sure why they ghost pepper. I think they were just trying to say, like, it's so hot it's scary. Right? They screwed up and gave him regular. That's actually... That would have been a twist. That would have been a twist. So, somebody in chat told me a while back, and I always meant to do it, and I would forget every time I got Ghost Pepper Chicken. Somebody in chat told me to make sure I tried the Spicy Mayo, okay, at Popeyes. And I always forgot, and today I remembered. So I asked for Spicy Mayo, and guess what they told me? Straight up. They straight up said, I'm sorry, we don't have that anymore due to too many, health violations. That's what they actually said to me. I was like, health violations with mayonnaise? Like, it turns out that the spicy in the whatever spicy stuff they were putting in that sauce was eating through the plastic containers in some way and releasing some kind of plastic nastiness into the sauce and was making people sick. So they can't use it anymore. It's not scary until the next day. Maybe that's why they call it ghost pepper. It's the ghost released out of you. I just thought that was funny that they straight up told me that. You know, like if I worked at Popeyes, I'd probably just be like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, we don't carry that anymore. We had to discontinue it." They just straight up like, "I'm sorry, we don't carry that. We had too many health violation complaints." Glass is too expensive to serve on an individual basis, though, Mugen. You know what I mean? Like little glass containers for each individual person, right? They couldn't do that. Hopefully, they come up with a solution, like the, whatever those one wrappers are made out of, right? It's not. I don't think it's plastic. Like the old ketchup used to come in. It's kind of like some kind of foil, some kind of crappy foil, maybe. Surely they can come up with a solution to that problem. So hot you'll die and become a ghost? Oh, that could be it. Just serve it that way at restaurant only? Yeah. That'd be cool. That'd make me go inside. I don't know if I've ever eaten inside of Popeyes before my whole life. The solution was to stop selling it, yeah. I think they just had to pull it off the shelf, right? Like they got to whatever, there's a magic number. Like you get one health complaint, you're like, could have just been an accident. You get a second one, you're like, okay, this is starting to look a little suspicious. You get 100, you're like, okay, pull it off the shelf. People are dying out here, you know? I think it had just happened because it was still like they were still advertising it on the. That's why I remembered it, to be honest. It had like, advertising about try the new Spicy Mayo. I was like, oh yeah, chat told me to try that. So I think it just happened. Dog, this stuff is basically acid, but it's tasty. Alright, Tickus. Have a good night. See anyone who's lucky enough to have the next 4 days off? Let me know in chat. Who's got the next 4 days off? Let's hear it. Who's got them lucky 4 days off? Hopefully somebody. Come on. Garlic mayo is pretty good. I don't know if they sell it anymore. I've not had that one. I ended up just trying or going with the good old. I don't use it for the chicken. I just like my chicken wings the way they come. I don't like to dip them in things. Oh, Witcher's got the week off. Work from home, so I never really work. Love it. It's funny.
I'm retired. Does that count?
It counts. That counts. If you got the week off, hey, look, you got the week off. Who's got the week off? I do. Too bad we don't have an M&M 4-day test. Yeah, that's so they can have some time off too, I bet. All week off? Am winter? Oh, you're what? Am winter? Nice. Or maybe not nice? I don't know. That depends. That can be good, that can be bad. I'm not sure. Will paladins level slower in Monsters and Memories? That's a good question. They don't currently, but I don't know if that's... to be honest with you, until you just now said that, I didn't even consider it. But maybe. Like that hybrid penalty. I hope not, because I'm a paladin, but if they do, I'll deal with it. You know? It's a good question. I don't know. I have a feeling not. But you never know. I'm off until I find a new job, or heaven forbid, make YouTube my job. It's a difficult journey. I love it, Mugen. Be honest though, I couldn't have done it if I wouldn't have had 4 years already slapping content while I was working a full-time job and built a community. I barely am pulling it off now. Hybrid penalties are dumb. I think that's the general consensus. And I think, I don't, we'll see. I don't, you know what? I don't want to say. I don't know if they're going to or not. We'll find out. Right now, when you play, they do not. I can say that. Yeah, if they were trying to solo, I would assume it would be like EverQuest. Like, it's going to be slow. Yeah. But as far as, like, actually penalizing how much XP you get, taking longer to level up because you're a hybrid, I hope not. Obviously, I am biased, but I don't see that. I understood why EverQuest did it originally, right? It kind of makes sense because D&D roots, you're a hybrid, you got some, you know, you're a tank, you can do some heals, right? So let's give you some kind of penalty because that's pretty cool. But I would say that it turns out the Paladin wasn't that great in EverQuest Classic, right? So having a penalty on top of that is a little brutal for EverQuest. We didn't turn out to be... Look, I love Paladins. I always play one. I love them. But I'm also not an idiot, and I know that they ain't that great. They definitely aren't so great that they deserve a penalty to XP. Oh, Dad says he likes the hybrid penalty. Tell me more. How come? Race penalties? Please no. Please no. Don't do it to us. Don't do it to us, Dad. Please. We'll be good. Ixar and Tros have massive penalty experience-wise, but that passive regen. Yeah, and you know, Ixars and Trolls just have a rough life in general. You know what I mean? All the kill-on sites. Leveling Troll Shadow Knight with racial and hybrid penalty is brutal, yeah. Makes the classes more unique. It'll also guarantee there'll be a lot less of them. So if you envision a world where there's just not a lot of paladins, give them a penalty and there'll be less of them. I'll suffer through whatever I gotta suffer through. I would rather not suffer through it, because here's the deal. Like, say, like, me and Gibo and Witcher and Jilly and a bunch of us, we want to play together. Well, I'm not going to be able to play with them. They're going to pass me up, right? And eventually, I'm not going to be able to be in their party anymore. That's why I don't like it. It hurts group gameplay. Brutally. I think you meant unique, like I said, like rare, kind of unique, like, you know, unique because you don't see them as often, because there's a penalty, so not as many people are going to pick that class because they don't want to deal with it, right? Because it would do that. That's guaranteed. The penalty hurts static groups, yeah, really bad. Really bad. To a point where people won't even want, like, if somebody's forming a static for leveling, they're not going to bring a paladin, right? Because they'll be like, you know, that's not going to work. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to work. Ogres too. Good point. Yeah. But if they decide to do it, I'll still play Paladin. The static is going to be mages. Yeah, probably you're right. Without a guise, ogres are terrible. Can't fit anywhere, yeah. Hey, sometimes not being able to fit is a blessing in disguise. I'm just saying. I forgot about all the way EverQuest. Oh yeah. EverQuest got us, man. I wasn't a paladin back when EverQuest launched. I didn't fall in love with paladins until Dark Age of Camelot in 2001. And I didn't even start that game as a paladin. I started out as a what were they called? An armsman. And I got to maybe level 10, 12, which took a long time back then. You know, I've been playing for, I don't know, a week, maybe a little more, and I mean really playing it too. Like, I was freaking obsessed. And I met a guy, and his name, I remember his name, his in-game name was Sarnovic. We went on to become really good friends for years and years and years. He went on to play World of Warcraft. He begged me to come. I refused. I was like, no, not playing that game. I'm going to stick with Dark Age of Camelot, and I'm going to play EverQuest too. So I didn't go with that game with him, and I kind of lost contact with him. I haven't heard from him in years. Hope he's okay, though. Great guy. We had a lot of fun together. We raided. We PvP'd. We did all the things. This guy, he knew everything, it seemed like, to me, right? Because he had started playing before I did. So, anyway, I met him in the game, and he wasn't max level yet, but he was like level 30, and he looked cool. He had cool looking armor. He knew a lot about the game. He was showing me stuff. He was teaching me things. And he was a paladin, and he started telling me about all the cool stuff he could do, and about how it was kind of like a bard, right, where he could roll through chants and all this stuff. And I was like, dude, that class sounds freaking awesome. I want to be a paladin. So I made one, and that was it. Fell in love. Never looked back. The paladins, Cecil in Final Fantasy 2 was also awesome, aka Final Fantasy 4, Final Fantasy 2 in America. Yeah. Mr. C, I actually seen a video. I didn't know this because I didn't play World of Warcraft when it launched. Apparently, there's this video you can find online right around launch day. I don't know if it was launch day, but, you know, close to launch day of World of Warcraft. And everybody had jumped on a boat, and as soon as it zoned, the boat was gone, and they were all just in the ocean. Like, WTF, what's going on? Where'd the boat go? And I was like, oh, cool. It happened in WoW, too. That's awesome. I don't know how many people knew about that, but apparently that was a thing in WoW Classic back in the day too.
Yeah, but they fixed that.
Yeah, they fixed it probably quick, I bet.
Yeah.
That can still happen in WoW? Oh wow. Oh wow. WoW ruined paladins? In what way? In what way? Not disagreeing, I just don't know. Apparently a boat ended up somewhere on land, early vanilla. Nice. I remember in Dark Age of Camelot, every once in a while you would see a boat just randomly go flying across the land. It would like ghost. Like you'd be nowhere near the ocean. You would just see a boat like... It's a hilarious glitch. Ooh, there's been deaths because of that in hardcore? Ouch. The people I met on Bird Talks back in the day, I will always remember. Yep. I fell in love with the Paladin in EverQuest, and WoW made me hate Paladins. Oh, is that what you mean? Is that what you're talking about, Dad? Just how bad they sucked, the Prot Pally? Ret Pally? The Seal minigame? Yeah. Yeah. It is odd, I will agree. The Undercity elevator dropping is one of the most ridiculous sources of deaths in hardcore and in general, yep. Everybody will want to be XRs. I think we're going to see a lot of XRs and Monsters and Memories when they get that model done. It's looking pretty sick.
They are doing a pretty good job on that.
It looks cool, doesn't it? And you know every other race I've loved, so I just already know it's going to be freaking probably my favorite lizard race of all time. Because I do like the XRs. I think the XR... I'm trying to make sure I'm not telling a lie here. I think the XR is the coolest lizard race playable ever made in MMOs. I'm trying to make sure I'm not telling a lie here. Like, I'm not a big fan. I hate to say this because I know some people are big fans. Look, more power to you. But I'm not a big fan of the, what are they called in Elder Scrolls? The lizard people, I can't think of the name of that race, but the Elder Scrolls lizard people. Not as cool as the XR. Not as good looking. Not as cool. Not as cool. We'll do a little side-by-side comparison here so I can show you what I mean.
Hey, I got a question to all your streaming fans.
Argonian, that's what they're called. Yeah, what's the question?
Where does lizard milk come from?
It's a secretion when the female lays her eggs.
Oh, okay.
That's my guess.
That's pretty disgusting, but okay.
It's disgusting. All right. I got a picture of the Argonians. All right, and then we're gonna look at the. XRs. Oh, what the heck is this from? Okay, also the XR and D&D, whoever did this art, is pretty freaking cool. I gotta show this real quick. It wasn't what I was trying to pull up, but that looks pretty freaking awesome. That looks pretty freaking awesome. Okay, let's see. Where's the real XR? All right, here we go. This is a good picture. I love this picture. That's really from EverQuest 2, but all right. Let's pull up EverQuest 1. All right, here we go. XR, I don't feel like that's the best picture. Let's find a good one. Here we go. No, that's EverQuest 2. I want an EverQuest 1, a good one. EverQuest 2, dang it. Alright, this is going to have to do. Alright, hopefully you guys can see that good. See if we can get a bigger picture of it. No? Alright. Alright, so XR, right? Can everybody see that good? Let's pull it over here. We got the XR, alright? Man, I wish I could get a better picture. This one's not that great. It's too little. Alright, we got the XR race, and then we've got the Argonian, which, here they are, right? Not as good. Not as good. Not as good. Not as cool. Even if we look at the EverQuest 2 one, you see their faces just look kind of stupid, their necks kind of look dumb, they're too long. They're missing something. Whereas this just looks like a really awesome lizard race. Lizard milk is from the male lizard, and it's not really milk, Theldrin says. Are you talking about the D&D one, Zucan? That's what they look like in Champions of Norrath 2? I did play that game, but I don't remember that specifically. Posted my XR on Discord. Yeah, okay, here we go. Yes! Whoa. Whoa! Where did this come from, Cyber Nomad? Oh, that's from Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, Baldur's Gate 3 had good. I forgot about the Dragonborn. It's pretty good. I forgot about that. Hang on, I'll show you guys. I forgot about that. My mind wasn't thinking of that. The Dragonborn looked pretty sick in Baldur's Gate 3. I forgot. I couldn't play anything else. They look so cool. Plus, you can be a paladin as them. And man, when I got that golden, beautiful armor in our playthrough, or actually it was in my single-player playthrough where I was a good guy. Because when I was a bad guy, I did play as a, not the Dragonborn. But in all my other playthroughs, I was always a Dragonborn. And, yeah, they look sick. They look sick. Plus, you gotta love the D&D racials in 5th edition. The breath attacks. Yeah, I think that was fan art, by the way, Zucan. It looked like that was fan art. Somebody else made it. Whoever did that, it looked cool, though. Yeah, Dragonborn Paladin. Oh, it's so good. Do they have EverQuest 2 Classic servers? Not really. They do every once in a while release a TLP, but not often. Like every several years or so they'll release a TLP for it. It's not like EverQuest 1 where they release a TLP every year. And there may be some private servers for it, but I think EverQuest 2 is just not popular enough to have like a popular Classic server. Unfortunately, because I would love that. I thought the actual Classic real, the way it was back then, was super fun. I liked it a lot. The best thing about Baldur's Gate 3 is the character creator is a lot of fun. And then what's cool about Baldur's Gate 3 is after you make the character and you start playing it, it pulls you in pretty much immediately. And then there you are, another playthrough. Yeah, the Get the Yankee did look good. Wait for new P99 server. Dad, just pretty close right here. It's pretty close. That's why I'm liking it so much. I don't know if we'll... I guess one day they'll have to do a new P99 server. There are people working on EverQuest 2 private server. You can log in and test it, and it is... how it was at launch when it was more group focused and stuff. Dude, I'll play that. I'll play that. That'd be fun. Because it used to be very group focused. It took a long time to level up. It was fun. There was dungeons. The dungeons were cool. Grouped up, you camped, you dungeon crawled. You got sweet drops off of names. There's names everywhere. There's even little raids you could do as you leveled up. Like, I don't remember, but I just remember doing these little raids where we get a bunch of people together in the zone and go do a little raid at like level 20, 30, 40, something like that. It was so much fun. I loved EverQuest 2. I mean, it wasn't like the best ever, but it was cool. But it was way cooler than it is today, in my opinion.
Well, back then you didn't have 16 hotbars full of abilities by level 10 either.
Not that I remember, you don't.
No.
You didn't. If you did, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I remember it feeling.
that.
I remember it feeling pretty normal with how many abilities I had.
Right?
The
You get on there
soundtrack.
now, dude, it's automatic. Before you even get off the boat, you got 2 hotbars going.
Yeah, the soundtrack is really good, especially the
It's
remastered.
pretty epic.
Yeah,
I was like, wow.
They remade like classic tracks a lot of the times. They were so good, and brand new songs. EverQuest 2 first release was good. It sucked when they dumbed it down. Yeah, Classic E2 was still better than 90% of MMOs. That is 100% true in my opinion. If it would have ran smoothly, if they could have found a way to optimize it so that it would have ran a little better. I was running the game good enough. I don't know what my frames were back then, but I wasn't bothered by it. I would get stutters every now and then, but that was still in a day and age where we expected, or at least I expected a little bit of... I wasn't expecting the smoothest gameplay in the world back then. I didn't have the world's best computer, right? So... they just went the wrong direction on what they thought the technology was going to go with. They thought it was going to stay single core, more megahertz it would have been at that time. They didn't realize that the, multiple cores was going to take over, so it just, And plus World of Warcraft, I mean, it was an unstoppable beast, man. Turned the settings all the way down. It looked like mud, but I still loved it. So my cloth map for EverQuest 2. I thought it was really cool back then. It was. I don't remember EverQuest 2 having the ability bloat it has now. Yeah, I don't either. And I'm pretty sure I would have noticed that back then. It's one MMO I always go back to. Wait, EverQuest 2 or EverQuest 1? I assume you're talking about EverQuest 2, but I still go back and play every once in a while too, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, the devs came and turned us into scarecrows, and we've been rocking it ever since. EQ2, yeah. Tried EQ2 briefly one time on Varsoon. Varsoon's the best way to play it. It still has its issues, though. It's still not the experience. I tried, Witcher had never played EverQuest 2. I think that's right. I think I'm telling the truth. And that new PvP server came out, and we played it for a little while. They just got too many mechanics that don't belong in Classic now when they release a new server. You know? There's people like max level within, I don't know, 3 hours of the server going live. I mean, it's been...
Yeah, that PvP server was ridiculous.
That was ridiculous.
People were max level.
Varsoon was way cooler. When Varsoon launched, it took a long time to level up. It wasn't a perfect Classic, but it felt like Classic. I had a ton of fun when Varsoon came out. Had a guild going. There was a ton of people come playing it for the first time. We had so much fun. The only thing that broke that game up was I moved. I was in the middle of moving, and there was a good, weeks of like settling in a new job. I had to fly back and forth for the job. I had no time for streaming or even really playing games at all for a good, I want to say it was longer than weeks. I want to say it was a good 2 months before we actually got in our new house, got internet set up, and moved here. And by the time I came back, the guild was all broken up, and that was that. But we had a lot of fun. It was super cool. So hopefully they'll do another TLP of a normal PvE server, because that was fun. Or the private server, even. They may even do it even better, because there won't be a cash shop. Thundering Steps was super cool, yeah. They lock the bridge gate at night. If you do the right quest, they trust you enough to open the gate. Yeah, they did a lot of really cool stuff with the factions in EverQuest 2 that I loved. Like, you could betray your homeland. It was back in the day, it was a really long quest. But, like, you could make a froglock, and you could betray Kinos and join Freeport. But it was a really long, difficult quest chain from what I remember. I did it one time. You remember that? Yeah, it was super cool. If it had gone more low-end PC friendly, it would have held out a lot better. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, WoW still would have kicked its ass, right? It just is what it is. But I think it would have... I think a couple of things. I think they could have done the way EverQuest 2 is, and it just ran better, and I think it would have been way more successful. But if they really wanted to keep their player base from EQ1, then the game should have just been handled in a more classically spirited kind of way. I mean, I don't blame them for doing what they did. At that time, it made a lot of sense, you know? But if it could have just been a little bit more classic feeling and a little bit less trying to be like World of Warcraft, because they were like spying on each other. And like World of Warcraft, find out EverQuest 2 had some kind of feature and they make sure it was in World of Warcraft and vice versa. If that wouldn't happen and they were just focused on let's find what's core and great about EverQuest 1 and make it with, you know, a little bit better graphics, and built a little bit more on the nostalgia, because they did a little bit, like the opening music redone was freaking so awesome when you first load up EverQuest 2, and you hear the EverQuest theme. It was so good. They had Blackborough redone. That was super awesome. They eventually got in Guck and Unrest and all kinds of stuff as well, but that was way down the line. If they'd have got all that classic stuff in the game at launch and just like reimagined it like they did end up doing, I think it could have. I think it would have. More people would have tried it out. And if they'd have got that, if you pay for the subscription for EverQuest 1, you get EverQuest 2. If they've done that earlier, I think that would have helped too. Because I might be wrong about that, but I think back when EverQuest 2 launched, you had to have 2 subscriptions. Am I wrong? I thought that's what my brain says. I might be wrong about that.
Yeah, if you had EQ1, you had to pay a different subscription for EQ2.
I thought so, yeah. And, you know, that back then, dude, $15 was worth, you know, it was different. It was different back then. I remember not having $15 sometimes, back in, like, the early MMO days. I remember sometimes I didn't have $15. I would have to not have a subscription that month. And have to go back to playing single-player games like a pleb.
The struggle was real, huh?
It was real. I remember being like, I can't afford it, bro. If I can't afford my ramen if I spend this $15. So I can't do it. It didn't happen often, but I remember sometimes I wouldn't have internet because I couldn't afford it. I mean, I would have internet, I wouldn't be able to afford the subscription.
I remember Anarchy Online, you were able to tie your account into your phone bill.
Yeah, there was a lot of weird stuff. You know, Dark Age of Camelot, I used to go pay my subscription because I didn't have a credit card. I want to say debit cards just weren't really a big thing, or I didn't know about them. I don't know. And I found it was where I went to pay my water bill. They also took payment for Dark Age of Camelot for some reason. I could go pay my Dark Age of Camelot, my water bill at this weird place. I think it was a gas station. I'd have to get with Steve. I know he would remember. I think it was a freaking gas station. I would pay my water bill, and I'd pay my Dark Age of Camelot bill. They didn't even know what it was. But I'd be like, hey, I want to pay. I'd be like, it's a mythic. I want to pay for my mythic 15 or 30 day. And they knew what I was talking about. They didn't know what Dark Age of Camelot was, but they knew it was a mythic bill. And they handled that for some reason there. Pretty weird. I'd pay them cash. I grew up pretty poor. I've done homework by candlelight. I feel you. I've not had to do that. I don't think.
Do that, but I've been close.
Yeah, I've been close. I've been close. I think actually when my parents struggled, when something real bad, I think it did happen. I think they just took us to our grandparents' house and we didn't know about it. I think about that as an adult. And I'm like, you know what? That time we went to grandma's house, I think it was because the electricity got shut off. And they just didn't, they didn't want us to have to suffer, so they just take us to grandma's house. They're like, hey, you can be at grandma's house for 30 days. Until the paycheck comes in 2 weeks. I think about it. That may not be true, but I think about it sometimes. Like, that might have been. It might have been because we struggled, man. It was rough back then. For most people, it seemed like in my world. In my world, I only knew one rich kid. I was talking about this with my wife earlier. When I was growing up, until like high school, maybe, all growing up, I only knew one kid who was rich, who lived in like a big house, had a Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Sega CD, everything, you know what I mean? Anything you wanted, all the games. big old game room. You know, I only knew one guy all growing up in the 80s and 90s. And guess what? We were friends with that guy. And he was a cool guy, too. He actually was he was a fun guy. Used to trade 20 candlesticks to 2 bronze belt buckles. Oh, wait, those were the pilgrims. People complaining about it, but they were like, well, the only other option was... Oh, you're talking about when WoW launched? I wasn't playing WoW, but people were talking about it. They had went over to WoW. And I do remember them complaining about them having to bring the servers down a lot. And then I remember people complaining about in-game content, too. That there wasn't enough or something. EverQuest 2 did have fun dungeons, I agree.
A lot of fun zones in EQ2. EQ2 is a fun game to play.
Yeah. The early EQ2 dungeons were super fun. Yeah, not a bad launch, but I remember people complaining about it, yeah. I think for the time it was a really, really, really good launch comparative to most other games. And how they would launch. EverQuest 2 was cool at launch. I wasn't there on launch day, but I was there not long after it. You know, it was one of those situations like at launch, I didn't have enough money, but then I got paid and I immediately spent money I probably shouldn't have to get it. So I was like days away. I was days away from launch. But we played it for a couple of months, and we loved it, but we were so invested in Dark Age of Camelot at that point, we went back. And I was bouncing between Dark Age of Camelot and Final Fantasy XI pretty hard, so we had a lot of fun, but we went back, and we would bounce back to EQ2 every now and then. EQ2, what was that used to... I miss what EverQuest 2 used to be, but I don't think I can ever go back now, yeah. If they released a real classic server, I would go play it and have a blast. Any game that released Vanguard and before, to be honest with you, if they do a classic server of any MMO that came out, Vanguard, including Vanguard, and anything before it, I consider that a classic MMO.
They still working on the Vanguard emulator server, or are they kind of giving up on
No,
it?
they are, but it's slow progress. The main guy, Xenix, he may even be in chat right now. He comes here a lot. He is, and I'm only saying this because he announced it in my chat one time, he is working on his own MMO. He learned a lot from the emulator, and he finally came to the realization that poking and prodding that emulator server and its spaghetti code is harder than just making your own code and making your own game. So I don't know how far along he is, but he's not really making a big deal about it because he doesn't want to until he has a lot to show. But the day will come where he'll unveil it, and he promised me he'll get me in to show it off, and he'll likely do it in a similar way to Monsters and Memories. I'm just guessing. He did not tell me that, but I bet you he will with open development and letting people try it when he's got new stuff in, and I could see that totally being a cool thing. And I don't know much about it besides that.
Just remind him you have friends that will play it too.
Yeah, oh, he knows. He knows. He knows that we'll dive in and give it a real gung-ho shot. It's Xenix that's making the MMO, but he's been working on it for a while now, but he hasn't shown anything yet. And Xenix is the guy who ran the Vanguard, the only Vanguard emulator server. Now, also, I'm just saying, it's also possible that guy gets scooped up by somebody, right? Because the guy's pretty good. He's pretty freaking good. I mean, he got that Vanguard emulator server with, like, man, you want to talk about what a pain to try to recreate Vanguard Online with no source code, right? He did a good job, and he got it up to where you can do most of the content up to like level 30. So he did a good job considering how difficult that is to do, and I've seen him on stream do some crazy good stuff, like fix dungeons as we're exploring them. Like we're gonna go check out this dungeon, like, hey, that dungeon's not complete, but go ahead and go. I'll fix it while you're doing it. And literally fix the dungeon and set up the mobs and bosses as we're exploring it. I've seen him do it. He's pretty good. So somebody like, it wouldn't shock me if the news came one day that like Monsters and Memories has snagged up Xenix, or you know what I mean, something like that. That wouldn't shock me. WoW was more of a classic spirit MMO back when it launched. I can agree with that. Oh yeah, Project Return Home. That would have been cool. Yeah, classic WoW and vanilla are still different things, yeah. Well, for one thing, vanilla was also felt different. I wasn't even there, but I know how MMOs go, right? When classic launched, it was solved. So it's also just different, right? You can't 100% without making a whole new game and changing system and mixing things up. Like for example, we can play Classic EverQuest, right? We can have a great time. They can make it as similar to the real, like, P99 when a new server launches as you can possibly get, right? But it's still not the same because back when EverQuest launched, we didn't know jack, right? It was different. It felt different, and that's why Monsters Memory is so cool, right? Because it feels like EverQuest. It kind of looks like EverQuest. It's got a lot of the things from EverQuest. It's got the classes, it's got races, and more races than we had. But it's new. We don't know, right? We don't know where these dungeons are. There's no meta yet. We don't know where these drops, what drops what. We don't know anything. We gotta figure it all out. And that is just a magical time for an MMO. Watching people in Classic WoW steamrolling through all the content, that was so hard and rewarding for you back then, kind of breaks your nostalgia a bit, yeah. Yeah, Lord Aran. Yeah. Yeah, Warcraft 3. Did they ever fix the Warcraft 3 remake, by the way? Because Warcraft 3 is a really good strategy RPG, man. It's maybe the best one ever made, in my opinion. It's really good. There's so much lore. It's so crazy. It's so good. I haven't played it in a really long time. But Warcraft 3 was so good. And they based the World of Warcraft lore off of that one all the way up till the end of Wrath of the Lich King, right? So they've still been gradually fixing Reforged, but still not quite there almost 4 years later. Is it good now, though? Like, is it good, or is it like still kind of weird looking and not good? Because I've been tempted to pick that up, just because that was such a good game, dude. I haven't played it in so long. I would love to replay it. But if it sucks, then I'll just wait. What's up, Crypthound? Arthur's story, oh, so good, dude. Especially Warcraft 3. Oh my gosh. Epic. Oh, thank you, Nature Hacker. Appreciate it. You gave me some drink. Sick of seeing my mana at 0. Cannot stop playing Embers. Embers is good, bro. Embers is good. Embers is great. I may even play a little bit. I might do a little late night. We got some exciting news for Embers coming up here, too.
Our static group's been doing pretty good. We're 23 to 26 now.
Nice.
We're catching up to you old folks.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get back busy. Next time, if I do play tonight, so I kind of want to, I'll probably level up, and I've got a sweet shield waiting on me. And is that right? Hang on. Yeah, I think I'll be able to use my new ability when I level up too. Let's get up Arthas in Shadowlands, did his character wrong. Then again, Shadowlands was bunk as hell. Yeah, Shadowlands. First of all, Shadowlands way too copied the Final Fantasy XIV expansion. What was that one called? The one where you go to like the it was almost the same damn story, dude. They copied it so brutally, dude. It was almost embarrassing. Also, I just didn't like most. I don't remember the names of the place because I only did Shadowlands once. I'm just not a big World of Warcraft fan. But I did play through Shadowlands, and there was one of the areas you went to that I thought looked cool. I didn't like the way the rest of it looked. I don't like that weird technology thing they did with a lot of the armor and stuff. I just didn't like it. Yeah, Shadowbringers, thank you. They even had similar names. Shadowbringers and Shadowland is a... Dude, it's too close. It's not a one-to-one copy of the story, but dude, if you played them both, they took some way too much inspiration. Battle for Azeroth, yeah, I think a lot of people dipped out in that one. And what is up with World of Warcraft not having housing? Oh my gosh, it's got to be the oldest MMO to not have housing. It's crazy. Like we thought they kind of announced that. What was it called? The bunker system. What was it? Something like that. I think it was in Battle of Azeroth. Garrisons. Thank you. Dude, what?
Yeah.
How does that game not have housing? How is that not in the game? It's crazy. That is absolutely nuts. Oh, Warlords of Draenor. That was it. Yeah. That's where I hit after ganks. So strange, dude. When you stop taking the story seriously and put it into the background, agreed. Agree. It's too front and center. It's too, that's why Classic was cool, right? Was because the things happening in the world, you were just like a little dude, barely involved, right? And that's what made it so cool. It was like the world had these epic things going on. I agree with that. You would sit in your house instead of in town? Yeah, I guess. I mean, you're right. I guess you're right. I guess that is the real reason they don't do it. Then people start saying World of Warcraft was dead when they went to a major city and there wasn't people everywhere. You went to Stormwind, there wasn't 10,000 people sitting at the auction house and around the mailbox.
Yeah, WoW still making them money, or they wouldn't
Heck
have
yeah.
1,500 servers going.
Yeah, it is still making them money.
I don't know if you ever looked at the server list on the retail side, but it's just crazy. Now, not all of them are really populated, but...
Classic's blown up too again.
Yeah, Classic is getting servers.
It never died, I guess, but it did go through a little bit of a lull because Wrath of the Lich King. Everybody loves that one. So, but I logged in the other night and was in Stormwind, and dude, there had to be like 4,000 people in there. It was crazy. I couldn't even see. And that was on Classic on the Pagel server. There were so many people.
I got on Pagel last few days to learn how to replay the game, and yeah, there's a few.
It's popular, isn't it? Like, even in the low level, there's still tons of people. You're still fighting for mobs.
Still fighting for mobs.
We're getting old, we are. It's a fact. When we have a chance, check out the textures mod in Quarm and P99. There's one for Troll Area, Swamp, and City, different from HD. Ooh. Ooh, really? I will check that out. Yeah, Final Fantasy 14 does have a good story. I think it actually might be the best Final Fantasy story they've ever told. I play hardcore, and there are people everywhere, yeah. Oh, hardcore is still blowing up, yeah. I think hardcore will always blow up. Just because of the nature of it, right? Dying and starting over. Like, I think it's just going to be big forever. Yeah, what's this dice they're doing? A magic dice been rolled by Dingle. Could have been any number this time.
That's their roll.
This is just people rolling. Oh, I thought that was the GMs doing something earlier when I seen it. Yeah, I think Season Discovery is going to end up being their most popular servers. I think it'll pass up retail and classic, regular classic, and definitely more people than playing Cataclysm Classic, in my opinion. Even at the BlizzCon, when they were talking about Cataclysm, it was almost like the audience was silent. Yeah, they were just like, they would announce something and nothing. No reaction. Or maybe like a little... Sad, dude. That's sad. I kind of wouldn't mind, though, like... I kind of wouldn't mind if... They'll probably never do this, right? Because they can't just take... I mean, they could probably take... It would take more effort than it sounds like. I wouldn't mind if they did, like, on the Classic Plus, if they were like, hey, we're going to do revamped graphics, right? And do the what it looked like in Cataclysm, except for leave the world the way it was, right? Don't change the world. Don't make the, whatever the dragon's name was, rip everything up and all that. That would be interesting. Make it an option, like in EverQuest, you can play classic graphics over that. That'd be kind of cool. I think I would probably end up picking the classic graphics anyway, but it'd be cool to have that as an option. And another thing I always do in classic when I play it is I turn down, I think it's the gamma a bit, and it makes things look a little less cartoonish. It makes dark look a little darker. I mean, it makes the shadows in the game look a little better. And it you know, it gives it a better vibe to me. Let's see Jop on a stream saying you guys have phones, right? Oh my gosh, no way. So when the game went off the rails during Kata, everyone knows it.
Here's one of the Monsters and Memories people.
Who?
Right here, the Nature Whacker.
Oh, Nature Hacker is... oh yeah, Niche Worlds. It sure is. It sure is. An M&M guy. I didn't even notice that. That's who gave me a drink earlier.
How dare they play EQ?
It's research and development.
There you go. Perfect.
Ooh, a Classic Plus for EverQuest? I don't think they have enough devs for that, though. Yeah. That would be cool, though, wouldn't it? I feel like they they teetered in that direction though, right? With the different servers role sets, like I still think that was a really good idea that they did with the Thornblade and whatever the other one was called, where it was randomized loot. That was pretty cool, man. I like that. I like how Embers has a map but doesn't say where you are, except for when you're near a point of Unrest. I like that too. And I love their solution to sense heading with Bloopeter, man. I freaking I adore that. And I adore the new thing they added last month, where when you stand near a Death Hollow, you can see the little smoke at where a Ember Rupture or a Ember Vein is.
Yeah, that was cool.
Just such a cool way to, like, not break your immersion, not make you stare at a mini-map the whole time you're running, but also, you know, help you find what you're looking for. I love it. I'm really excited to see what they come up with for in-game content. Because you know they're going to come up with some solution that's new. Java said he farmed a full set of Rubicite on P99 Green for research. Dude, really? Are you joking? I mean, you know, you gotta play games if you're making games, though. You know? You can't just make a game and not play no games. You gotta play some games. When is Ember's new patch coming out? With the new zone and whatever else comes in it? That should be at the end of the month. Oh, you're talking about my Ember news. As soon as I'm allowed to say it, we typically plan it. We make sure, et cetera, all the details are filled, and then immediately, usually, Eloise says I can talk about it. But we just started planning it this morning, so maybe tomorrow. But we should have the new zone and whatever comes in new patch here at the end of the month. It's always on a Tuesday. Well, there you go. It wasn't today, so the 28th. Next Tuesday, a week from today. Can you go over a few similarities and differences between Pantheon and Monsters and Memories? Yeah, sure. Let's talk about that. That's I have to be careful, though, because I'm under NDA, unfortunately, with Pantheon until December 1st. And then I can talk more freely. But I can still do this. This is good. I got to be careful with my words here, because if I break NDA, you know, that's not good. So, differences between Pantheon and M&M. So, Monsters and Memories is... Monsters and Memories... Oh, you know what? I got the perfect way to word this. Anybody... Most of my community will understand exactly. Well, this makes a lot of sense, all right? Monsters and Memories is EverQuest 2, okay? What we wanted it to be. What we would have been, every one of us would have been so happy if Monsters and Memories would have been what EverQuest 2 would have been, okay? Pantheon is what Vanguard 2 would have been. Now, I didn't break NDA there at all, but that makes almost perfect sense. Monsters and Memories is straight up, if you loved EverQuest, there's no way you won't like Monsters and Memories, right? Pantheon is like if you liked Vanguard, besides it running like crap, etc., there's no way you won't like Pantheon. Right? A lot of systems from Vanguard are going into Pantheon, right? Reimagined, right? Whereas a lot of systems from EverQuest are going to Monsters and Memories, reimagined. That's actually I couldn't say it any better. Oh, it's Archbishop. Oh, Archbishop is, oh, no, Where Does is. Okay. Hey, Archbishop. We should get rid of everyone's NDA Pantheon. Well, the verbal NDA is going to drop on December 1st, and I'll be able to talk about anything I want to talk about. I won't be able to show you guys without getting approved. I am trying to get some things approved. Some really cool stuff. It's going through the process right now. But I'll be able to talk about anything on December 1st and beyond. The napalm's mouth will be unsealed. It'll be kind of like if you read Revelations and the angels unsealed the seals at the end of time. It's going to be something akin to that when all the things that spew forth from my mouth upon you about Pantheon. What would you compare Embers Adrift to? Embers Adrift it's very unique. It's its own little thing. It's like Embers Adrift feels like they're not trying to copy anybody. They just like classically spirited MMOs, and they decided to go their own direction and their own kind of feel and their own systems. Not really copying anybody, kind of just its own thing with its own solutions. It's like a game that it's almost like these developers launched a game and they haven't even played World of Warcraft and beyond, right? So they had played all the old school games and they're like, let's make one like that, but not copy them. Let's make our own, right? That's what Embers Adrift is like. Because their solutions, the way that things work in the game, are just so unique. I love it. It is a niche game. It's not for everybody. But it's good. To me, it's really good. I love it. I love Embers Adrift. I love the exploration. I love how every month we've got something cool to look forward to coming into the game. I love the graphics. I love the special effects. I love the monster design, the mobs. I love trying to go out and get drops and sweet loot from named mobs. I love dungeon crawling. In Embers Adrift, I love it. But it's not for everybody. Because it's very melee focused, even with the magic. Even with the magic system, the magic kind of at this point, and it could change over time as they patch it, but for now it feels it's cool, I love it, it adds a lot to combat, but it's not like you're a caster now, or there's suddenly caster classes, or you're going to be doing it all the time, right? In tanking in Embers, I agree, Mugen, is so much fun, dude. Their aggro system, and just I love the Knight class so much. It just feels really fun to play. It just never gets old to me. Yeah, they're topping 2,000 people online. Yeah, you got to remember we're a couple months deep now. I think a lot of us were afraid it would drop off, right? People would play it for a month and be like, okay, I get it, I'm out. But nope. It's hanging in there. That's a good sign. Dude, people in my chat, you guys are going to be dreaming about... You're going to be hearing the scarecrow in your dreams tonight. Kind of want to pick up Embers despite not having more than one race, and the classes seem kind of limited, but the combat looks dope. Believe it or not, they're not limited. It feels good, dude. The combat feels good. It's hard. It's one of those things you have to play it to really understand what all's going on. But you'll notice, like, several times when I'm playing Embers, I just have to shut up and just focus in on what's going on, because if I don't, we're going to die. You know what I mean? Embers' combat is actually pretty intense for tab target. I like it a lot. It's actually pretty good. And it's got a very high turnover for my EQOA people. Sly Bankai, huge EverQuest Online Adventures fan. I mean, really hasn't loved any other MMO since EQOA. And then he got Embers. And he freaking, dude, he plays the crap out of it. He's like level 49. He's about to hit 50. That dude has been slaughtering it. He knows where all the drops are. I mean, he is on top of this game. A lot of people. And it's hard for me to understand that, because I didn't, even though I wished I would have played the crap out of EQOA, I didn't. So I don't really have a good gauge on why that is, but it does seem like there's some kind of magic is there for the EQOA people. Oh, these were in EQA too, the scarecrows? Can confirm. Very picky peeps, yeah. No high fancy races? Yeah, I agree. They need it. They need it. Small team. You know, I think that's the only reason they don't have them, to be honest with you. I hate that I missed EQA, but so glad I got to play Final Fantasy 11 in its prime. Me too, man. I had some magical memories. Magical memories in Final Fantasy 11. It's one of the greats. No, unfortunately, someone was working on an EverQuest Online adventure server. I think it's kind of on the hiatus right now for development, it seems like. I think some real-life things happened to the main devs who were trying to bring it back. We'll see what happens, man. Hopefully they get back to the project and get it done, because they were making good progress there for a while. You can still log on to it, but it's, from what I understand, like, the combat's not really in yet, from what I understand. You can just kind of run around in it now. Alright, since I can't hit that, I'm just going to attack the undead. Free roam, but nothing really to speak. EQA Return Home is still being developed. It's just super slow going, yeah. Picked up a dev who helped with the Final Fantasy 11 private server, I think. Ooh! On the EQOA? Are you talking about which Final Fantasy 11 private server? Are you talking about Horizon? There's been a few. There was one called Eden, Horizon, and there was another one I can't think of the name of. Was it one of those? Nisomi, that was the other one, thank you. It's dead, nobody plays it. Horizon's really good. It's the best one I've ever seen. It's actually better than any of the live servers, to be honest. It's the best. It is the best. Horizon is the best way. If you ever was like, I want to try out EverQuest 11, I'm going to give you 2 pieces of advice. I don't care if you've never used one in your life. Get a controller. I promise you. You are not going to like the keyboard controls. You're not going to like it. I promise you. Just believe me. You're not going to like it. Just get a controller. Even if you never used one in your life, it's going to make a lot more sense. You're going to be freaking pissed trying to play Final Fantasy 11 with the keyboard. And you don't even need the mouse. Just throw the mouse away. You don't even... That ain't going to be a thing. That's just going to piss you off trying to use the mouse. But play on Horizon. It's free. It's a private server. It is the absolute best way to try that game if you've ever been curious. It's one of my favorites. I love Final Fantasy 11. It was so good. It is the Japanese EverQuest. That's what it is. 11 is the Japanese EverQuest. They maybe went a little bit too far with grouping. Like, you literally couldn't solo at all after, like, level 10. Pretty much, that was the end of soloing for you. Unless you're just killing stuff not for XP, but, you know, to get drops. You're not out here soloing for XP after level 10. They maybe took that a little too far. Yeah, I tried to play 11 private server, the keyboard and mouse uninstalled in like 10 minutes. Yeah, don't do it. You gotta use the controller. You have to. It's so garbage with the keyboard. Some people somehow get used to it, dude. I can't even imagine. It's just so awkward. I had Fun for 7, but only because it came with my hard drive for my PS2. I played it a little, but never really got into it. I was enjoying QOH far too much. Yeah, that makes sense. Joppa's copying the XP versus mob level system from Final Fantasy 11, which is the last great news I heard from VR. Yep. There's a couple things more than that, actually. I don't know if I can talk about them, though. I don't know if they went public. December 1st, I can. There's a couple of things from 11 that obviously Joppa was like, that's a good idea. Tell you this, if you watch my, if you're one of my regulars here on the stream, the day is coming pretty soon, where I'm going to get that green light, okay, on the footage I submitted, okay, because it has to be approved so far. And if I'm live, which is likely, and Ben Dean sends that little special thumbs up, I'm going to play it immediately. I'll make a video, obviously, but whoever's here live, you're going to see it immediately when I get that thumbs up. I would assume it'll probably be after Thanksgiving before they get to review it. It's kind of a lot. It's a decent amount that I'm trying to get approved at once. So raw XP from a mob, it will be based off of how close the monster's level is to yours. Yep. Yeah, and that goes for people in your party too, right? So, I don't know how much I can talk about. I better just shut up. I gotta wait till December 1st. Yeah, so EQOA, one thing you may or may not realize now is that Final Fantasy 11, you have to earn your classes, right? It starts out with like Warrior, Black Mage, White Mage, Thief, who am I forgetting? Red Mage, I think that might be it. Something like that, anyway, I'm pretty close. But like Paladins, Warriors, Warriors already in there. Paladins, well, did they have was it called Shadow Knight? Whatever their Shadow Knight was called. A bunch of the classes you had to go out in the world as a warrior or as a whatever you were, and you had to do a class quest line and unlock them, right? And it was super epic and cool. And then you was a paladin, right? And your skills stayed, though. So, like, every time I play Final Fantasy 7, I start as a warrior, right? I'm sword and shield. That way I'm skilling it up, right? And I level up till I get high enough level, go unlock my paladin, and then I'm a paladin, and my sub-job is a warrior, and my paladin levels up faster because I'm already skilled up in sword and shield, dodge, parry, offense, blah, blah, blah. So I can level him up faster, and I didn't lose my warrior because now he's my sub-job, which means I get to keep, like, if I'm a level 10 paladin, then let's say I leveled up my warrior to level 15, right? Then that means I can level my paladin all the way up to 30 because my sub-job is half of that, right? So my warrior, when I'm level 2, he'll only be level 1 warrior. So I can only do level 1 warrior abilities, right? But by the time I make it to 30 paladin, my warrior's level 15. I can use up to level 15 warrior abilities. And you can mix and match the jobs like that, and it's super addictive. And you can make some really cool class combos. Another popular... that's the one I always do, though, is the Paladin Warrior. Because of taunt and some other stuff warriors get. Unlocking Summoner, yep. Oh, the Summoner was hard, dude. That one took a long time. You'd actually go out and battle all the summons to unlock them. And they look cool as crap, dude. You could summon like Ifrit and Shiva and... It was pretty sick. You soloed them all? Forgot what they were called? Yeah, I think they were called Eidolons in that game. I don't remember, though. Might have been Espers. Always liked Final Fantasy 11 concept for classes. Too sad no other MMOs adopted it, yeah. There's a fireside chat going on in VR's Discord? Public? Can't tell. It's under pre-alpha. I think it might be under pre-alpha. Can't tell. I'll just have to listen to it later then. Yeah, pre-alpha, yeah. Is anybody close to leveling? Oh, dang, I got my games mixed up. Hit 15, but a long way from 16. Witcher says. The audio NDA lift is December 1st. What's up, Bootstrapper? How you been? The devs came and turned us into scarecrows, so we're just enjoying it. I'm at 75%, so I'm fairly close. Need to log in about 30 minutes. Kid needs help getting ready for bed. Heard that. We can end it then. How's Embers Adrift for part 2? Wait, is that what you're asking? For party of 2. Okay, sorry, the little heart thing was blocking part of your chat. Yeah, Embers Adrift is fun with the duo. There's a lot of paths you can take in dungeons even that have solo, like, and they're starting to add more and more of those. There's the Aquifer is the first dungeon you'll probably go to that has a really good solo loop in it. You go down and still get decent drops and have a good time, get really good XP. And then they changed the Ant EV around level 20, which is about the time that maybe Aquifer's starting to not be good XP. You can go there. Of course, the world is filled with things you can run around and farm and kill. As a duo, kill 2-ups is probably what you're going to want to look for. The chevrons, the little arrows beside the name. You look for 2-ups. Yeah, it can be a lot of fun as a duo. We've done a lot of it. Me and Witcher used to do a lot. And we still do, or me and Gibo, or whoever comes while we're building a group. And all their new dungeons they're going to make, they said, are going to have a solo loop. And solo duo, really, it works good for both. Of course, Embers Adrift it's a group focused game. So if you're duoing, but you meet somebody else, you get them in the party, and then you're 3 people, you're going to have even more fun. You grab up another, you're 4, you're going to have more. You get up to 6, you're going to have the maximum fun. I mean, but it can be done. It can be a lot of fun in duo or trio as well. I would say, in my personal opinion, I wouldn't want to play it solo. You can, I wouldn't want to. Just like, and I'll say this, there's people who play EverQuest, there's people who play P99 in solo. Not me, man. Not me, dude. Not me. If I can't get a group, I just would rather not play. You know what I mean? It's too much for me. Not to say I never solo. You know, like I'll go farm some for urine and embers, or, you know, try to get my ember essence up, and I'll do that sometimes as solo, or late at night just to fill it up while I'm doing other things. And, you know, I have fun. But to try to actually play that game solo, oh, no. I couldn't do it. No. Some people do, though. Now, you love Embers, but would you prefer a game that's closer to the style of EverQuest if one existed? You mean like Monsters and Memories? Yes.
Monsters and Memories.
I wouldn't give up on Embers, though, because I love the updates that are coming out. I love the world, and I really like the graphics, and I really like my class, and I love tanking, and I love my guild, and I love the community in Embers. So if Monsters and Memories like, surprise, MFers, we're launching tomorrow, I would I'd be there. And let me tell you something, I'd be maining it. But I would still play Embers at least a couple times a week. I would try to keep up because I like it. And I love that. The developers are so cool, dude. They're such nice, freaking, just good people, man. Just good people. And I love their updates. I'm excited about the new zone, even though I won't be able to go there for a long time. Hopefully I get to stream like we usually do and show it off. But actually being there and myself with my actual character is going to be a long time from now. But I'm super excited about it. And whatever else they release with it. Another layer to Forgotten Depths dungeon or whatever the heck we get. When they release Monster Memories, we don't know. It's in, it's technically, it's in early concept phase, even though we can play it and they have a bunch of races and a bunch of classes and a bunch of abilities and a bunch of dungeons and zones. Even though they have a bunch of stuff done, enough that I would personally call it a pre-alpha, they don't. So I can't imagine how cool it's going to be when they are in pre-alpha, but we definitely aren't anywhere near having a launch date yet. The old Pantheon idea of Progeny, I was so excited for that feature. Well, I'll tell you this. Ben Dean told me to never speak of Progeny ever again. No, I'm just joking. I thought it was a cool idea, but I can also see how it'd be hard to implement without making people feel like they have to do it. It'd be hard to make it worthwhile to do, but make it to where it's not the meta, and people like feel like you have to do it to be powerful. So I kind of see why they've just kind of backed away slowly from that system and kind of been like, that's a post-launch thing. I can see why. But it was a cool idea. Monsters and Memories fanboy. Hype for Eternal Tombs. Yeah, I'm watching that one. Yeah, the action combat's the only thing that really makes me be like, meh. But I like their ideas. I tell you what, though, I'm telling you, dude, Emperor's Drift's going to have that feature in before they can launch. They're close to having that GM feature. They already can do cool events and spawn them whenever they want, and they scale to the players who are there. And it's pretty cool, and I think they're going to continue expanding on that. And I feel like Ember's going to have that Eternal Tombs feature before Eternal Tombs can come out. I'm just being honest. I think they are totally going to have that. I love the idea of Progeny, but it's about impossible to balance unless you give an XP bonus instead of a power bonus. Yeah, agreed. XP bonus would be a cool way to do it, in my opinion. Kind of like the Goblin. What was this? So we'll see if they can, but I'll for sure be a Druid or Necro. Oh, you're talking about Monsters Memories, yeah.
Yeah. Me and Witch are gonna know life it when the test comes out.
Yeah, I am too. I'm gonna try to like take maybe a nap at best. So if you guys want to do it together, I'm totally gonna I'm gonna have food here. I'm I'm going to no life. I want to get as much out. I'm going to squeeze as much fun as I can out of that. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to restart my stream every 4 hours. I'm going to have all the thumbnails ready to go so that I can just be like, I'll be right back, guys. Watch on my Discord. I'm going to be going right back live. And the reason I have to do that is I no-lifed EverQuest TLP. We did the no sleep till 50. And it was like, I don't know, 23 hours long, something like that. And guess what? YouTube didn't save the video because it was too long. So I don't want to do that. So every 4 hours, I'm going to restart the stream.
Well, I may start streaming that day too, so we'll have to dual stream.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, poop socking. Yep, that's what I plan on doing.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew it was Studio Triune, but I didn't realize that, EQOA. That's cool. Yeah, that guy, he talks to me a lot. He sends me a lot of messages. We talk back and forth. Yep. EQOA wants to come with us too, yeah. When is that extended test anyway? December 9th. Is that right? Yeah, I think it is.
Probably about 1 o'clock Eastern usually is when they start.
Yep. Let me make sure I'm not telling a lie here. I think it was December 9th. Yes. December 9th at 1 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, so 12 p.m. Central.
Yep, Central.
Which is, yeah, let me check. What's that? Is Saturday, I believe? December 9th is a Saturday, yeah. To open a Christian counseling service for gamers. If the game is a success. This is a really genuine and kind-hearted man. Yeah, for sure. Zucan said after... So Michael said some poop socking, right? And then Zucan said back to him, check the ruins in the noob yard, Westgate. Did they put a poop sock in the game?
I was like, wow.
Is it a drop? A poop sock drop? Dude, I will die. I will die.
Well,
I'll make a whole video about that if that's true. I don't know what he's talking about, but if he is, I will freaking make a whole video about the poop sock.
but this time around, I'd like to get a few levels.
Oh, he's tagged the wrong person. Okay, all right, sorry. No poop sock in the game yet, but maybe now, maybe now they will.
Yeah. That's going to be the final boss is a poop sock. No, but this time I suggest we get a few levels and then we like explore like the dungeons and see how far we can get or something.
It's an offhand. It's the legendary offhand, the poop sock. It looks like a little sock with little flies.
Every time you hit somebody, it splatters.
It can poison them. It's got proc.
It's an aggro generator.
Yeah.
Yes! Dude, that is definitely an aggro generator. You get smacked with a poop sock, dude, that's a definite aggro generator.
They need that in Embers.
You could have a poison proc, you know, I think also.
You've been hit with crap for 4 damage every 3 seconds.
Creeping crud proc.
Yeah, there you go. Creeping crud. Hit you for 4 damage.
How would you wipe up? See, that's why it's a sock. You're not thinking this all the way through, EQA. All right? So after you're done, right? It's a sock. So you can flip it inside out, wipe up real good, flip it back inside out, right? Or not inside out, but flip it back over, right? Tie it up, good to go. Throw it out the window.
It's got to be a tube sock, not an ankle sock.
Yeah, the tube sock. Yeah. You don't, not an ankle sock. Don't do that. That's called spillage. You have a poop bag? Okay, I do. I did poop in a bag one time. I tried to throw it in the woods, and it got stuck in the tree above the house. And that bag of poop. Listen, it's a long story. So I was sick. Okay, I was sick. Somebody was in the bathroom, and they would not come out. We have one bathroom. There's no way I could have drove. Right? If I sat down, I was going to poop myself. Right? So there's no way to get in the car and go to like a gas station. Okay. We lived in a little house, a bunch of us. So we'd have cheap rent. There's a bunch of dudes playing MMOs. We had our whole living room filled with just computers. The whole living room was lined wall to wall with computers. We played Dark Age of Camelot, Final Fantasy 11. We played MMOs all day, every day. We didn't have to work much because rent, and we were all paying the bills, right? We all pitched in equally, so it cost like $120 a person a month, right? And then we all pitched in for groceries too, and we ate cheap because we played MMOs, right? So we ate like ramen noodle, Spam, cheap crap, right? So it costs like maybe $150 a piece for food. So our entire cost of living was like $270, less than $300, right? And we had high-speed internet, we had all the stuff, right? And but we only had one bathroom, and I was sick. Okay, I was sick. The bathroom was taken. I was beyond my limit. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to make it, dude. So I just grabbed a bag and some toilet paper from the closet, and I did my business in the bag, okay? Right outside in the back porch, okay? There was woods, so it was private. And I meant to throw it in the woods because I didn't want nobody to know that I did that, right? It was kind of embarrassing. So I was trying to just throw it. You shouldn't litter, okay? But I was embarrassed. I tried to throw it in the woods, but unfortunately I threw too high, and it caught on a limb. And so for the rest of the years we lived there, there was a poop bag hanging, like the wind never took it off. It was there for years after we moved to. It became a symbol because we partied in the house and all kinds of stuff. So a couple people actually got a tattoo of the house. And in the background is that tree with the little bag hanging. It became a symbol. It became a symbol of the house. It's a true story. You gotta do what you gotta do, dude. It was desperate times, dude. It was desperate. It was desperate. That actually is a true story. I've never pooped in a sock, but I have pooped in a bag. I've actually pooped in a bag twice. We don't have to tell the second story. We'll tell that another time. We'll save that for another stream. Epic Taco Bell drop. Yeah, that's what me and Steve and a bunch of my friends decided to do coming out of high school. We're like, let's hack this. Let's hack life. Let's find a way where we can work 20, 25 hours a week, afford bills, live good, get the things we want, play tons of video games. You know what I mean? And just have the best life ever. And that's what we did. That's what we did. And it worked for a long time. We even had a governmental system. So if, drama broke out, then we'd have a meeting. And if, a certain somebody was not willing to, compensate for the sake of everyone who lived there, then they had to go, they had to leave. And we had a really good, we hardly had any problems. No, every once in a while something might pop up. We'd have a meeting, resolve it, done. Because, it was an honor to get to live in that home. It was a nasty house. We smoked in there. We drank in there. It was gross. Don't get me wrong. It was gross. But it was so cheap living and so much fun, And we had money to spare, you know what I mean? And we didn't have to work much. We had money to spare. We played video games all day. We had great computers. We had good setups, high specs, great internet. It was fun. It wasn't in Wisconsin, though. That was actually in Tennessee, where price of living's pretty low there anyway, especially back then. Was it coming out in a stream? Yeah. Yeah. It sure was. I could have aimed and got it right. I could have shot it right into a 20-ounce bottle. living was cheap. That's why I'm so lazy now. Yeah. Still trying to get my overnight laundromat gig back. Pays but I mean, I can play games all night in the office. Yeah, I had a job where I got to play a lot of handheld games. I always thought about bringing a real console in because they had a TV, but I never did it. I was always afraid that they'd see me on the camera. But I worked at a night audit for a hotel for a while, and that was pretty cool because you got like there's not much work. You know what I mean? You do the audit, and once you know how to do the audit, like you can do that in like 20 minutes, maybe even less. I don't remember. Quick. And then you had to make coffee in the morning. And that's it. That was your job. You just played handheld games. That was when I did that, the handheld was the Game Boy Advance. And I would just play RPGs all day, all night. People would come hang out with me in the lobby. And then I got robbed at gunpoint. And not only did I get robbed, but he made me walk out. He kidnapped me, right? He adult napped me out into an alleyway and with a gun. And obviously, like, I usually have a gun, but, you know, not at work where it's not allowed, right? Couldn't defend myself. And he brought me into an alleyway down from the hotel, put me at the end of the alleyway, had me get down on my knees with my hands above my head like this. I thought he was going to kill me. I thought he was just going to shoot me, right? But really, he just did that so I wouldn't see the getaway car. And so I had to quit that job. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. Winter says, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. They caught the guy, though. My description of him sucked, though. Guys, I don't know if anybody's ever been in a traumatic situation where you have to describe, like, somebody's face. Gotta keep in mind, I didn't want to look at his face, right? I know the deal, right? But I did see it, right? But I was trying not to look at it because, I didn't, I was getting robbed. I didn't want to be like, oh, I'm going to memorize your face. You know what I mean? So I was trying not to look at it, but I did see it. And when I gave the description of what this guy looked like, and in my memory, I was giving an accurate description. Memories are fallible, man, bad. Because I gave as good of a description. This was like, 30 minutes after it had happened. So it was fresh in my memory, right? And I gave the most accurate description from my memory. And they did a sketch, all the thing. And I was like, yep, that's him. That's what I remember. But then, when they caught the guy, they did the little picture lineup with a bunch of, it was like a photo album with a bunch of people. And they were like, is he in this photo album? And then I seen the guy in his real picture. I was like, that's the guy. And they're like, that's not the guy you described. And I was like, I know. I don't know why, but that is definitely the guy right there. It's so weird, man. And then the cop told me, he's like, that happens all the time. He's like, people's descriptions, a lot of the times in these kind of quick robberies or whatever, is almost unusable. Isn't that weird? Yeah, they did catch him. They caught him like the next night. They were trying to blame me for robbing myself and faking it, and it turned out the cameras didn't even work. But thankfully, because they were going to pin it on me. They thought that, like, I had somebody swing by and I just took the money and gave it to them. I guess that's common, that people just pretend like they got robbed. It's an inside job. They thought that was what I did. I was in that police station forever answering questions. I thought they were going to pin it on me, dude. And then the next day, thankfully, well, for two things. First of all, there was a grocery store nearby that did have a camera that worked, and they actually seen the guy. They couldn't see his face because it was nighttime, but they seen him walk me, so they saw my story was correct. But, like, it might not have been the next day, but within a couple of days, the guy came back to the same hotel, tried to rob it again, but this time, the cops were watching it, and they swarmed him and got him. He tried to rob the same place, like, a couple nights later. I've been shot at. To be fair, the guy was a farmer. I was crossing the cow field. My brother told me for years, dude, do not step foot on that farmer's land. Years later, I found out he wasn't playing. I got shot at too. I probably deserved it. And when I was young, when I was a teenager, this is awful, but, it is what it is. Me and Steve, when we were teenagers, we used to go driving around at night and look for fun things to steal out in people's yards, right? Ridiculous things. Like, we were driving and we found this goose. It was a giant goose statue, okay? I mean, massive. And we were like, let's get that goose. So we jump out and we run through this guy's yard, and it was a pretty big yard, and we grab the goose, okay? And we're running back to throw it in the back of my pickup truck, okay? And this dude comes out of the house, starts firing at us. I didn't look back. Plus, his house is kind of far away. I don't know what he was firing. I think it was a shotgun, though. I think it was a shotgun, but I'm not 100% sure that he was firing at us. And we ran. Guess what, though? We got that goose. We did get the goose. We got it in the back of the truck and took off. We did get the goose. We did get the goose. That's the only time I was shot at. Yeah, Nature Hacker is one of the M&M peeps. I don't know which one he is, though. He's quite mysterious. He's been quite mysterious, but he did bring me a drink. All right, Witcher, are we getting close to your time? I wasn't paying attention how long it's been since he said he had 30 minutes.
Pretty close to mine, so I was trying to hang till Witcher did.
Just want to make sure we at least get up to the zone line. Oh, I dinged! No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I was looking at the energy bar.
Are you close?
Yeah, but not that close. It'd take a while.
Okay.
Ooh. Shooting a gun, hearing the ricochet noise, yeah. Let's head to the zone after this pool. Okay. Sounds good. I'm going to do a little bit of late night embers if we can get enough people. And if we can, I'll just hang out and talk with you guys while I farm solo. You know. But I think we'll at least get a couple of people to be able to do something fun. I think I'm in the mood for a little bit of embers before I call it a night. Alright. We ready?
Yep.
Let's get up to that zone line. Really hoping we get to continue our Monsters and Memories characters in December. Last I heard, they have no plan to wipe. I mean, things could happen where they have to, but I don't think they're planning on wiping. Want to do it 36 hours straight? Over. Yeah, we're getting a group together, Bootstrapper. You know, I'm old, so I do think I'll need a couple of hours at least. But I'm gonna go as long as I can, and then just sleep a couple of hours, and then try to do the rest, whatever's left after that. Yeah, I'm getting too old. I can't actually do it, but I can do it for a long. I can go a long time before I finally will have to get a little nap. And if I'm really tired, I will sleep. I will go into a coma, deep sleep for a few hours, and I will wake up feeling fairly refreshed. Always fired up. Want to see my guy Nathan Napalm online. Sprinkle some EQ in there. Magic. Yeah, we had fun tonight. We had fun. I always have fun in Unrest. This is my favorite thing. I'm hoping one day we slip into and get that first floor, or at least somewhere in the first floor. I'm hoping we can get that camp one of these days. And then get into the basement would be even better, even cooler. But super fun. Thanks everybody for coming out. I am going to do another stream. Just give me like 15, 20 minutes. Let's say 20 minutes. I'll be up before right about 10 o'clock or before. We'll do a little bit of Embers for a few hours. So come back for that. Do some Embers Adrift, and maybe I'll level up. I think I'm like at 88%, and then I can put on that sweet shield. I'm going to get a thumbnail. I'm going to take the dogs out and all that kind of stuff. Don't miss that false floor. Oh, I do want to see that. I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I'm going to check that out. Wonder what level we can get to. Yeah, I don't know, man. In Monsters and Mirrors, I don't know. We'll see. We'll have fun, though. That's all I know. It's going to be a ton of fun. Well, thanks, everybody, for coming out for the EverQuest stream. Hope you had fun. Thanks for the support. Love you guys. I'll be back. Come back for some Members of Drift. It's a lot of fun. Old school, classic, beautiful graphics. And a really big patch upcoming here in the next, next week. But I'm going to try to get my level up. Put on that sweet new shield I got. It's so cool looking. I've seen somebody else wear it. I just need this. I'm 88%, so I just need 12% tonight, and I'll be able to put that on. It's going to be super fun. Yeah, I believe, by the way, they said in Monsters and Memories that they have, which I can't believe this, but this is crazy, but I think they said they have content up to level 30, 35, something like that, which is crazy. Yeah, thanks for coming out. Hope everybody had a good time. I will see you guys later. God bless everybody. Happy gaming. Come back for Embers here in about 30 minutes. I'll see you guys then. Bye, everybody. Say goodbye.